Hello! Sorry, I am insanely late. I am so super late. I was stuck downstairs doing laundry and I completely lost track of time. I apologize. I will give you 24 minutes of the stream back at the end. We'll go to like 6:30. So, welcome to Sparking Sundays. How's it going? Big plan for today. Rebuilding aces. We're looking at a grass wonder that we put together at the end of the last video. This is not the one I did on video. This is the one that I did after the run ended, or after the video ended. And it's okay. We got Redshift, Moving Past and Beyond, Let's Pump Some Iron, Double Right, Medium S. We missed Fast and Furious, because that's apparently just tradition for putting these ace runs together these days. But we did get Umastan, we got Dauntless, we got Dominator, Hesitant Pace, double medium straights. There's actually a lot to like here, and I think it's okay, even if there's some things to improve on. I also did a few lobbies after the video yesterday, and both Satono Diamond and Gold Chip actually managed to win CM lobbies against Christmas Ogres. So I'm feeling very confident with these two. And I think where we probably start for today is putting together Grass Wonders, because I think she still needs the most work of any of the CM aces that we have. So we're going to see if we can't get a Grass Wonder run to fully come together today. And if we can, we'll move on to improving Satono Diamond and Gold Chip. And if we can't, then it's going to be like 3 hours of Grass Wonder runs. So let's go ahead and get into it and see what we can put together. We've got our Ryan Barrow that also has Dober attached to it, so that's going to be where we're getting Pump Some Iron. It's going to be where we're getting Moving Past and Beyond. We have our Redshift Marzensky giving us a decent chunk of stamina. And then as far as deck goes, I think I'm just going to move to a very simple... I mean, we've been running 2 speed, 2 wit, 2 power. But given that I know that I can get stamina to around 750 to 800 without needing a gold recovery, I'm just going to try and run Tachyon, and we're going to high roll into like 800 stamina and see what happens. It might mean that we end up a little lower. It might mean that we have to choose some odd options from mid-career events. But the entire point of this stream is that we're trying to high roll a run. We're trying to take what we have and we're trying to make it better. And sometimes that means taking some risks. And I think this is a case where the risk that we're taking is just not running a recovery and hitting 800, and that's fine. We're going to see how it works out. So let's go ahead and get started. I think we can probably just go ahead and event boost this, and we can burn through a bunch of our TP restores, because we have over 100 right now. And then we don't really have to worry about whether we're going to finish the event and how many rewards we're getting out of the event. So 2 on speed, 1 wit, 1 guts, 1 power, 1 stam. I'm A-okay with that being a speed training. We also want every single one of Tachyon's hints, except stats. We want everything except for that. But I'll still take them, I suppose. 2 on speed, nothing on wit, 2 on power. Let's stick on speed. In an ideal world, we have speed and wit to level... Wow, that's another good speed training. In an ideal world, we have speed and wit to level 2 by the end of junior, and like level 3 or maybe level 4 for wit by the end of classic. But we'll see if we can actually get it leveled that high. Seems like a great turn to just conserve energy. Wit 10 is fine. 1 on wit. 1 on power. 3 on stam. Maybe I should take this. It's a lot of friendship growth relative to wit, but also fine motion is so much lower. I think it's better to just conserve energy here, honestly. It doesn't look like a very inspiring training. But I think I can do better than 3 on stamina. Like, if I take that stamina training and then I see 3 on speed or 3 on power next turn, I'm going to wish that I had that energy. Yeah, none of these look great. We'll just stick on Wit. How's Seeking the Pearl treating me? Umastan never hits for you. I get it like half the time. Which, considering I also have Umastan in my inheritance tree, is enough for me. I don't think it's enough to say that it's like a consistent source of Umastan, but you're never sad to see it show up. And she's still a pretty usable card otherwise. I don't think I'd be borrowing her if I didn't want Dauntless. Like, Dauntless is a big reason that Seeking the Pearl is in this deck at all, because it's late surge or mid-race velocity. But it turns out there's other stuff that her card does that is actually kind of neat. It's a lot of training effectiveness, and it's really easy to put together maximum energy in Trackblazer. She has decent friendship training, and she has decent specialty priority, so she sticks to speed fairly well. I don't know, it's a neat card. I like it a lot. 1 on Wit. 3 on Stam again. I'm not taking Stamina, man. You can't make me train Stamina. Just give me Stamina Scrolls and Inheritances. And, like, maybe from events. You also can't make me train Power either. Like, yeah, Marvelous Sunday hints have value, but I would rather save the energy. I think our energy budget is more important. 2 on Wit, 1 on Guts, 1 on Power, 1 on Stam, 1 on Speed. Yeah, we'll just stick to Wit again. I'm totally fine with this. That's Tosin Jordan at gold. We have tons of energy going into debut. We can definitely train post-debut, which should be fine. We have nothing that we really need to buy at this point, but Tether and medium skills being cheaper is nice. We're not sad to see that at all. Would have been nice to win that gamble. But that's an okay junior year so far. I think we're like 1 speed training away from speed 2. Let's not get distracted by shop too early. We load agenda first. We look at training. I would be totally fine taking that with training if nothing else is better. And nothing else is better. But it's not so good that I feel like I have to Motivating Megaphone it. But there's nothing else in this shop that I would really buy besides that. So let's go Motivating Megaphone, Grilled Carrot. The Grilled Carrot does not push Tachyon to gold, but after this training it might. And then we might as well just Megaphone here because the other 2 turns might be good. Medium straights I'm fine with having. Wit to 3 I'm fine with. I don't want to lose energy right now because I want to train for both of the next 2 turns. That's also a totally fine Wit training. And I can put Tachyon to Rainbow here. So eat the Grilled Carrot. We get a lot of extra energy back out of this. We get even more energy out of this. Yeah. Okay. The one thing I'm curious about is where our stamina winds up at the end of... Wow, we're just going to take Wit again, huh? The one thing I'm curious about is where our stamina winds up at the end of this run. Because if we're like 750 or lower, it probably means that I need to take stamina every single time I see it in any event. Just to counteract the fact that we're not getting it from many other places. That Rainbow Wit training is not better than a race, even though it's not a versus race. The biggest thing we're looking for right now is just shop coins, honestly. And resets. Shop coins and shop resets would be huge. That's great. That's a perfect example. What's up, Grinster? How's it going? Unyielding Spirit is Mile. We do not need that. Power 10, Guts 10. Let's make sure Power actually gets above 1,000. Have we got sunburns? I mean, I did go outside today. I went to the grocery store earlier today. I did my requisite grass touching. We race. We race these. We can also train next turn, which is really nice. It doesn't matter if we win or lose this gamble. Yeah, we can still train. Also, we probably buy both of those. We can eventually buy both of those. Not yet. After 2 days of lawn mowing in the sun heat without clouds or sun protect, you gotta look. I'm not gonna like tell you how to live your life, but if you're gonna be outside, you got for that long, you gotta put sunscreen on. I think we just take the friendship growth on power here. I'm also fine with 13% to fail. I think 13% is fine, given that we want the high roll today. Sure. Also, definitely give me +5, because I think I'm in the danger zone. Shop reset says... Pretty Mirror's kind of interesting to think about here, especially because there's another grilled carrot in the shop. I don't have to make that decision right now. I am really strongly incentivized to race here because the only thing I could do this turn is pop a fail tag, and I think fail tags in junior year are generally quite bad. You're just not getting that many stats out of them, and you still have a lot of time to catch up your friendship growth. Okay. So this is empowering megaphone territory. And then after that, we can figure out what our budget looks like for potential Pretty Mirror. I'm not super excited about it, but we'll see. Definitely don't need competitive spirit. So empowering megaphone for sure. Master Cleat Hammer Gut Scroll for sure. I'd be fine leaving a Guts ankle weight on the table. I'd be fine leaving a motivating megaphone on the table. But that means we're still spending about 130, 260 coins. I need to run 3 races to get this Pretty Mirror. We can. It's going to be a tight schedule, but we can. It means racing this turn for sure, even though it's not a versus. We've had 1 versus race so far, by the way, out of 4 races. Not that that's an omen of things to come or anything like that. At least they've all been miles. We'll just say that they all were going to give us mile hints and we wouldn't use them anyway. Like fail tags return between races if you have energy management for races. Yeah, that's why I tend to try and save mine for... Wow, okay, we are not buying a Pretty Mirror. That's why I try and save mine for summer break, because the issue with fail tagging in between races is that you don't have the energy for the race after. Like, you're still at 0, you're still at risk of race fatigue. But you don't have that problem in summer break, because you can just go like fail tag, fail tag, fail tag, and then Vita 40 into wit. Speaking of Vita 40ing into wit, oh, you don't. That would actually be a really nice wit training to take. Did you have the option to buy energy management? No. Okay, well, at least there's that. I think we just keep racing then. I'm not going to stop to rest. That's just wasteful. And also, we're maybe still live to buy that Pretty Mirror if we just keep racing. You never know. Just dodge race fatigue? It's actually kind of the same thing as race fatigue when you think about it. How much do I want an energy drink max EX? Because it does make Seeking the Pearl quite a bit better. Before you buy Pretty Mirror, is it worth checking friendship progress with carrots? It's pretty low. I can tell you there is at least 1 support that's still in blue. I don't remember who it is. Yeah, Marvelous Sunday is like an eternity behind it. Although, you know, maybe you do have a point. Nishino Flower and Fine Motion are gonna get there. We probably don't need the pretty mirror for them, and I also don't care at all if Sunday hits rainbow training, because she doesn't, like, do anything. She doesn't go to power training, so who cares if she's rainbow or not? We could maybe think about skipping pretty mirror. It's probably not that important. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna give up on, like, Sunday's friendship no longer matters to me. And if Sunday's friendship doesn't matter, then I do think I get the EX to make Seeking the Pearl better, because her training effectiveness applies everywhere. It doesn't matter where she is. The higher our max energy is, the more stats we're going to be getting out of her. I don't think Sunday's going to get rainbow for either summer. Also, I still don't have energy management, right? You have 2 good luck charms. This is a double rainbow speed training. But we're at bad mood. So it's not really going to be that many stats. It's probably going to be like a 30 stat point speed training. Wit is, I don't want to fail take a wit training when there is a versus race, because here's the other wrinkle in that decision is that there's a right hand and medium versus race today, and we want medium skill hints. The speed training looks good, but I think a race is better here because I'd like to see a cupcake specifically. And also, I think our shop is fairly weak if we're going to give up on buying that pretty mirror. So I want to race my way out of my problems right now. We could also Etsuko here. Etsuko would be nice. Do I get medium? I think I got like 1 medium hint from Tosin Jordan, but more hints is better because it makes them cheaper. Just race fatigue is fine. I'm A-okay with just race fatigue. It's also a great time to get a mood up. And then all we need to do here is dodge after repeated races. I don't care if we get race fatigue. I just don't want to see after repeated races. Yeah, Tosin Jordan's medium hints are like, it's nice that they're there, but I'm not going to chase them. Good. No after repeated races. Great time for Etsuko to show up. We're guaranteed to lose mood again here. It's unfortunate, but no skin condition. So at least there's that. What stats did I actually lose from that? We lost Stam, Power, Wit. That's actually probably fine. I'm not that upset about that. What are your odds of actually using that motivating megaphone? You're gonna rest first turn classic. So that means you would megaphone late January, race early February, and then you'd still have megaphone late February. Yeah, it's possible that that megaphone could be good. Also, I don't want 2 power ankle weights. Let's get rid of that. We still have the possibility of getting a double rainbow speed training here. So I'm thinking about that when I'm looking at that megaphone. If we see, like, Cupcake in the Classic Year Shop reset, we Cupcake back to normal, we rest, and then we see, like, a good training late January, I'm feeling great about that. Also, Etsuko here will go crazy. You are not. No Etsuko. That's alright. No shop reset either. That's kind of brutal. This is navigable, though. We can find a way out of this problem. Look at your trainings first before you decide what you're doing here. Yep, okay. That greatly informs what we buy out of this shop. Cupcake me? Oh, no, Cupcake is devastating. I guess give me Vita 20, Grilled Carrot, Stam Manual, Miracle Cure. Because we don't need the megaphones. We have them on us already. Yeah, we're going to be going double carrot mode on this training because it pushes seeking the pearl to gold. It definitely does. So I think we go grilled carrot, motivating megaphone, speed ankle weight. Well, wait on the speed ankle weight, and then good luck charm, obviously. We're not going to be resting this turn. How big is this training? It's 36. So you'd expect an ankle weight to give us like another 18. I'm okay with that. An ankle weight is 50. Ideally, we'd like to get maybe 20 stats out of it, but it's really early in the run, and we can see more of them. Yeah, if Etsuko showed up, or even better, if there's a Berry Sweet Cupcake in that shop reset, I would be pogged up right now, but even though she didn't show up, it's still really good. That's still a great training. Imagine if speed was level 2. There's all kinds of ways where that could have been better. But it was still pretty good as is. This is not as good, especially because I'd have to eat a fail tag to do it, so I think this is our rest turn. The other thing that we could do here is we could recreate. And if we hit any recreate that gives energy back, we really like that. Because that puts us all the way to good mood. And it gives us energy to do the early February versus race. The only way this goes badly is if it's karaoke. But even karaoke is still kind of okay. Because it means we'll be at great after early February. And then I can Vita 20 into a wit training late February. We're also, no, we are live for Claw Machine right now. You can get Claw Machine once in Classic, once in Senior. So I actually don't hate the idea of recreation here. There's a lot of ways that this could go really well for us. Like, that's fine. That's a-okay. We now have energy to race, and we're back to good mood. Those trainings are all mostly fine, but I think we're still going to stick to racing here, and then we were going to try and Vita 20 into a wit training late February. I'm okay with that. That's an okay sequence of turns. Whatever. Who asked? Nothing in the shop. It's an okay wit. It's not an amazing wit, but I think it's a wit that's worth trying to Vita 20 into it, because this also gives us energy for the next 3 races. That's a-okay. I'm totally fine with that. Is the medium a versus race today? It is. Shoot. That's a really interesting wit training. But just numerically, this is 34 stats of wit. Marvelous Sunday's friendship doesn't matter. Ignore the fact that it's here. I don't care if she goes to gold or not. A versus race, especially on a medium, is still going to be like 40 to 45 stats worth of race coins. It's also potentially a shop refresh. I think that a G2 versus is still better than this wit training, but I'd love to see this wit training come and visit me again in late April. I want to aggressively chase medium hints here, and I also want to aggressively chase skill points. Because that 40 to 45 benchmark for how much a race is worth also doesn't include skill points. It's just counting stats from race, plus stats from potentially versus race failing to give you stats, plus shop coins. Yeah, and the earlier the run is, exactly what the winner said. The earlier the run is, the more value shop coins have. Commitment to Tiara or Crown. We're about to inherit like 60 stamina, so we're going to do Crown. We'll be at 400 by the time the Kikuku show rolls around. Give me 1 Guts ankle weight, just to have. You do have 2 empowering megaphones for summer. I don't think we need a motivating megaphone. 400 pure can be iffy. We'll buy a recovery if we need to. We've got... We'll probably have something by that point. Don't worry. I'll worry about that. We'll be all right. right-handed versus. We also haven't spent any clocks yet. I think we'll be fine. I'm more worried about the Spring Tenno. I think we'll be fine for the Kikukusho. Gold recovery means we could have hit medium. There's a 3-star medium in this inheritance somewhere. We got right-handed. We also got Summer Runner. Hold on. Ooh. Well, well, well. This run just became very interesting. What's up, Elsa? How's it going? We locking in? We are immediately locking in. We're sitting up, and I'm not sitting up in the chair yet. I'm not compelled to sit up in the chair just yet. I need to see medium S before I sit up. We definitely take Satsuki Show here. We're at 294 stam. That's actually a little low, but we should be fine. I don't even know I had Summer Runner in my inheritance chain. But I'm glad to see it there. Wanting to wait until Spark rerolls, so you're taking it easy. Honestly, if you're burned out from playing Uma competitively, I strongly recommend working on the completionist titles. They're actually a lot of fun. The titles that are like, win every single race, all G1s through G3s with a trainee, they're a neat side project to work on. I've been doing a couple of them in my free time on... Sorry, my friend has been doing a couple of them in their free time on their account. It's a lot of fun, they say. This is also just a wit training. 37 is a little rough, but there's not really anything else going on here. And also, we'll just win anyway. So I don't think we can gamble after the NHK. I think we're probably at like 21 energy right now. We need to be a little careful. Also, Stam 10, Guts 10 is a decent insurance plan for the Kikuka show coming up, so let's take that. I still don't think I need that grilled carrot. The only problem, friendship, at this point is Sunday, and I just don't care about Sunday. I don't think she's going to contribute. That is usually a very problematic race. So it's nice to nail it in one. Still wouldn't mind seeing Etsuko somewhere, anywhere. Me desperately looking for my favorite reporter. Whatever. Also, I was supposed to not gamble on that race. Whoops. Oh well. I think I have Eager 4 times already? I'll check. You are absolutely right. Let's grab Eager. Anything else I need to buy in here? Anything 3 and up I'm pretty comfortable buying. I don't really want to double circle right-handed yet because we could get it from inheritance. I'm going to leave right-handed. We'll get Eager. I'll leave right-handed. Medium straights, medium corners? Nah, these will get cheaper. And I want to buy those twice, so getting them cheaper actually matters quite a bit. Single rainbow, single rainbow. Obviously, those are not going to be better than the Derby. The double circle skills are deceptively expensive. Because you want to buy them 2 times if you're making a CMA. So that'll be a clock. Maybe legitimately a mood issue that time because we were at bad. We're losing some stats to that. So we're at risk of race fatigue here. We're at risk of race fatigue next turn as well. And then we're at risk of after repeated races on Takarazuka Kinende. But we've at least dodged it one time. None of those are better than a G1. Did I get a shop reset there? Yeah, you got an empowering megaphone. Grab that. Yasuda Day. I'd like to see a cleat hammer from this shop refresh if possible. Okay. Or like a kale juice, maybe. Also, still no Etsuko. No shop reset, no Etsuko. Scary. Little concerning. Mood is a huge problem right now. Because we have no cupcakes. And, yeah. It's basically just that we have no cupcakes, I guess. But we need to find a way to work our way out of that hole. A cupcake and a shop reset here would go great, and then a berry sweet cupcake would go great. But if we get race fatigue here, it also doesn't really matter, because it is just going to incentivize us to rest on the first turn of summer break. A-okay, paying 1 clock there. Losing by a head means we just need a little bit of a mood bump. There's Etsuko, except we're going to lose that mood again immediately. Because we're guaranteed to get a mood down after this. At least it's just race fatigue, and also no skin condition. Okay, so there are some ways we can work ourselves out of this problem. None of them are in our shop, though. This would have been a very nice time for a berry sweet cupcake to show up. We can at least grab a miracle cure. Shop reset, you'd give up the run? You're crazy. There's no way I'm giving up this run. Mood is temporary. I think we just go ahead and rest here because I want to at least go to bad. And we also don't have amazing energy management right now. We're only working with 1 Vita 20 and 2 good luck charms. So, like, we can take this wit training off of Vita 20, but we're not really going to find an opportunity to fix mood after that. Where the star piece is for in the dirt race? Probably like Smart Falcon if I had to guess. Oh, for Fuji. I'll have to come back and do that. Fuji star pieces in the JDD is an odd choice, but sure. Absolutely nothing? Okay, then we race. Right-handed mile. Sure. Not sure if doing yesterday in Classic is good. You tend to use that turn to refresh energy. Yeah. I don't mind doing it if I have energy management. But I could see an argument for skipping it if you don't, I suppose. That's huge. That's a massive deal. Give me these. But I think if you have good energy management, like if you have a cupcake and you have kale juice, I think you can just do those 4 races and tank it. That's a huge wit training. Vita 20 empowering megaphone. Take that. And then we can take a training next turn no matter what, because we should be pretty close to 50 energy. Ramp up is a massive hint to get. Double speed? Who in chat said they were going to throw this run out? Which one of you was it? Never door yourself. That's actually like a decent summer break recovery. It's still not great. But it's a really good recovery from an awful situation that we were in at the start. Now if I could just see Etsuko, my favorite reporter who hates me and never comes to any of my runs anymore, even though we're winning all the time. Oh my god, she hates us. We've been blacklisted by Umamusume Weekly. Master Cleat Hammer. We're going to tank the mood down from repeated races one time here. Hey, look at your trainings. Yeah, we're going to tank the mood down here. Just give me the non-standard distance. Work on the epithet. Cupcakes have become your highest priority item in Track Blazer aside from scroll tax. I guess I didn't really think about the fact that I just buy scrolls and I never think about them. Like, I'll think about buying a cupcake and I'll think about buying, like, an empowering megaphone. I don't think I've ever thought about buying a scroll. I've just been like, there's a scroll in the shop. I'm going to click on it. Which I think is a pretty strong signal for how good that is as an item. But I think, like, I don't know that I could rate my top 3. I know who's on my Trackblazer item podium. I could not tell you which of those 3 items is the best item, though. And the podium top 3 items that, like, aren't scroll and speed ankle weight and empowering megaphone, because I think those are just, like, you buy them by default, is Cupcake, Cleat Hammer, and Fail Tag. Those 3. That's my trifecta. Anytime I see any of those items pop up in a shop reset, I'm like, whoa, good shop reset. Nice. I think I also just Vita 20 into a wit training here. It seems like the safest play to make. Let's conserve our energy, build it up for the rest of these. Isn't Fail Tag number 1 for me? It was for a really long time, and I still think it's in my top 3. I think that Cleat Hammers are pretty close to overtaking it at this point, though. 361 stamina is actually kind of scary. Can I buy a recovery? No. Interesting. Buckle up. Buckle up, boys and girls. This one's gonna get a little wild. Just enter downhill mode as many times as you can, please. Okay. Hold on. Just hold on. I'm spending all my clocks on this. Nine lengths? That's a pretty bad indictment of our odds of winning this race, but you never know. That's a lot worse. Hold on. Just hold on for a minute. Oh, by it. She was so close. She was so close. I'm gonna play this to senior year inheritance, and if we don't hit medium S, then we'll door it. I don't think I'm really hurting for parents at the moment, so I don't feel like I need to see this run through to the end. But if we hit medium S, there's a chance that this could still be the ace, even if we drop the crown. There's a chance. So let's see what happens. Didn't see any fast learner hat in your runs for 7 days. You are going to be upset when I tell you that I think there was a period 2 days ago where I got 3 fast learners in a row and 2 of them were organic. I had a generational run of getting fast learner for a while there. That period has ended. I don't get fast learner like every other run anymore, but there was a while where the runs were hot. And the first run that I got the organic fast learner on was the UG2 El Condor Pasao. That was the start of all of it. After that run, it was like boom, boom, organic fast learner, boom, scholar's hat in shop later on, getting the plus 30 skill points, plus 5 to all stats. Mood tried to give you fast learner, but you had it already from the hat. It was crazy for a while there. That's okay, we can tank that. Good luck taking my energy. I have a mirror cookie right now, right? You have 2. Yeah, okay, you probably don't need that. No, no. We just keep racing. If we see Fast and Furious, and we see Medium S, this run is still alive. It's long odds, but it's possible. Cupcake's a nice pickup. This is Dauntless, so at least that's done. No. We're in a Rima Keenan mode. You had a run with Grass Wonder, you got Medium S and Turf S and didn't manage to cap speed. So that was... Do you remember like 1 or 2 CM preps ago? I think it was 2 ago, where I was trying to work on the Satono Diamond that needed to have Spring Runner and Fast and Furious and Right Hand Demon and Medium S, and I needed to cap speed. That was the CM prep period where I was like, I'm going to run more speed cards than I need so that I can capping speed every time. That was my Joker moment for deciding how many speed cards to run in a deck. I still try and dip back into 2 speed on a 0% speed growth runner every once in a while. But for the sake of consistency, it feels so bad when everything comes together and you just don't get your speed trainings to line up. Yeah, we're not doing Spring Tenno. We don't need to do Spring Tenno, we already lost the crown. It doesn't even get us anything. I'm so... Grass Wonder is so twisted that the Spring Tenno show is just like a normal G1 to her. You do not need grilled carrots. You're fine. Just go with that. No, 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 no. This is given, like, strong recreation energy right now, I think. Just to fix mood. Because we can energy drink max into the American JCC. And then we might get energy recovery from events. And if we hit an energy recovery here, then we can stretch it out to 2 races. Yeah. Yeah. So now we can do JCC on 10. That's not a good enough speed training. Doesn't matter if we gamble or not. And then we energy drink the race next turn. Good fail tag, good gut scroll. Alright, the new Air Groove power card. I was thinking about it for this deck because it is a really good way to build power and get lion weight. The problem with this account specifically is that we have one good Trackblazer speed card and it's Shinko Windy. And everybody else is extremely average. So if we're not going to borrow a speed card... Oh, and I have Kawakami. Yeah, I guess. But Kawakami isn't great at 7%. I have difficulty borrowing anything that's not a speed card. Because our speed cards on this account are bums. So, like, I think Air Groove Power is neat if you have a second 10 race bonus card. If you have, like, MLB Fuku or you have MLB Top Road, yeah, go nuts on it, because she's a really good card. But if you don't, that's only Pilfer. Yeah, this is looking more and more like a door. This is a training turn, though. I don't really want to take that wit. I really don't want to take that wit. I have almost no... Well, I have 5 good luck charms, actually. This could be Nimble Nav. I'll fail take it. Could be a fun parent. It could be, I guess. We'll see what the inheritance has to say. It's a decent power training, but it's not going to be better than a G1. So I think we go race, race, day off, race, race, day off, race, race. I guess we can blitz through the rest of this run. Yeah, that's a fair point. I also used a double TP boost on this, so I might as well get my event currency out of it. Otherwise, it's just kind of wasted. She hates being in a good mood. Okay. Okay, decent shelf reset. It's above the bare minimum, which is 0. My favorite Meijiro? I haven't won a CM with any of them yet, so I don't think I like any of them. I have reverse Oshi syndrome, where I don't have a favorite runner that I'm like predisposed to. I need the trainee to communicate to me what their worth is. So, like, if you ask me who my Oshis are, it's Satono Diamond and Tamamo Cross, because they win. They have demonstrable track records of winning on this account, which means that I am predisposed to liking them. I haven't done anything with a Meijiro yet. We might. We could build, like, Ryan at some... Oh, wait, we're not... Well... We can take, like, Fukushima, I guess, but we do not need to Cleat Hammer. There's no way we can do the 10-0. Well, on 517 and 436 Guts, actually... But, like, actually, though... Like, if you really think about it, actually... We kinda could. If you squint your eyes, you could maybe do it. We don't lose anything. Oh no, I came second. Yeah, it's fine. I think there's a universe where we could have won that race with a decent roll on, like, getting stamina back on downhills. It was worth a shot. I think Trackblaze removing career stories is a big reason for the lack of Oshis. I mean, even when the career stories exist, I'm not really reading them. And I'm saying that as, like, it's a me problem. I'm not saying that, like, oh, you shouldn't have an Oshi. It's my fault for coming from games that prominently feature, like, emergent narrative. So, like, when I'm not playing... Well, I haven't played these recently, but games that I play when I'm not doing Uma are games like Dwarf Fortress, games like RimWorld, games like Mind Over Magic. They're like colony sim games where you have loose control over a series of pieces on a board, and you just watch them interact with each other. And so it's not really like a game that's built for that. Uma's not really like a game that's built for that. But it's still a perspective that I have on Uma, where I'm like, okay, I have like some control over the results of these trainings, but I don't have full control over it. And I'm relying a bit on the trainee themselves to, like, you know, show me what you're all about. I'm fishing for a whip training, by the way. And some trainees show me what they're all about in a good way. Like Satono Diamond and Tamamo Cross. I would also say that, like, Taiki is probably approaching Oshi territory, because most of the runs that I do with Taiki are very good. Whatever, we're committed. I probably should have looked at some of those speed trainings, but I was distracted. I guess we'll just go ahead and rest, since we need the energy for summer break. I don't really want to talk about that series of turns right now. I went into a fugue state really quick there. Like, L is also Oshi territory because that UG2 run came out of nowhere, but like, I let the results of a run communicate to me what the value of a trainee is. If it's a trainee that's worthy of being an Oshi, that will manifest in the runs that I do with that trainee. And if they're not worthy of being an Oshi, that will manifest as well. There's probably a double rainbow speed training in there somewhere that I just completely glossed over. But like, that's my fault, right? Heard I was a bookworm when it comes to reading stories. So I have read every story one time. I haven't on this account, I just skip over them. But I have played through every career with skip mode off one time just to get like a general vibe. So I can tell you like what a trainee's like top 3 personality traits are, but I've never dug much deeper than that. So, like, Grass Wonder is a Japanese horse from America who wants to be, like, more culturally Japanese really bad and thinks it's really important to her. And also she gets pissed off when she loses and has an inferiority complex around Marizinski. That is what I can tell you about Grass Wonder. Probably just another wit training. So I know the very surface level details. I've read the abstract for every trainee. But I haven't really dug deeper than that for any of them. Even that's max hints for right-handed, I think. Oh, this run could have been so good. This run could have been... Well, actually, the stat line is extremely scuffed. Maybe it wouldn't have been that good. Because we haven't really high-rolled on almost any summer break trainings in the first place. I think even if we won the Kikuku show, we would still not be super excited with where this stat line is right now. We'll just power through this, see what the parent looks like, and then go again. Doesn't really matter. What about emergent gameplay? Measure Orion's rest button is bugged to always give well rested. See, that's what I'm talking about. It's about the stories that you build in your head, not the stories that are on paper. That's my vibe for when I'm playing Umo. So I'm like, yeah, you've got a story built into the game, but you're also a series of ones and zeros that gives me a non-deterministic output, and I want you to tell me about yourself through that process. You enjoy the Umas of those who you feel like trainers actually helped? Okay, that, yeah, okay. You know, you're right. Because I 100% get that. I think a lot of the careers that I have liked the most have been the careers where the trainee is, like, unequal to the trainer. And it's not like, oh, I'm gonna hold your hand through all of this stuff, or like, oh, you had a horrible, like, personality defining event happen to you. So like my top 3 careers, Hayahide's is great. I love the fact that Hayahide actually comes into your room and yells at you for staying up too late. She's like, get your shit together. How are you supposed to be my trainer if you're not even taking care of yourself? I was like, that's awesome. Asian Flashes is also good, where it feels like you are a team that is working on the same problem. Who else have I liked? There's a lot of careers that I have not liked. Like, I do not like Teo's career at all. I also, it pains me to say, I don't really like Rudolph's career either. There's a lot of elements of Rudolph's career that I really like. But you don't feel like you have to be there at all. She does almost all of it herself. Like, there's the event after the fan fest where she loses her race because she overtaxed herself, and she's like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do, and you as the trainer are like, and then all of her friends show up and tell her it's okay. I was like, that pisses me off. I don't feel like I'm fulfilling the role of the trainer in this career, because, like, that's not the shit I would be doing. I wouldn't have let it get that bad in the first place, because I'm different. Do I care about any of this? I might want another power training application. We're at 530 coins. Also, just in case we see good power trainings or guts trainings. It's sad that Rudolph's so confident that you end up being a witness more than a trainer. Exactly. Like, bold it and underline it, man. I want to be the trainer, not the passenger. Do I have any cleat hammers yet? No, good god. This run has really fallen apart in the back half of senior. The wheels have really come off this run. I don't think any of our decisions leading up to this point have mattered, because there are tumbleweeds blowing across this screen. Belts versus corner adept? Yeah, we're in parent territory. Give me corner adept. I'm just rushing to get out of this run at this point. We gotta go send another, but I want to see what the sparks look like. Spark Falcon story of wanting to be a noob, but all but races aren't her forte because she has no fans. And then she, like, believes in herself. Yeah. I got the same vibes from Maruzensky's career as well, where she's like, I'm really fast and I love running, and then she's so fast that nobody else wants to race against her, and it makes her sad for like 3 turns, and then she just decides to lock in. I was kind of like, yeah, that's neat. I'm okay with that. There are a few careers that I like where your trainee has like a problem and you help them solve it. But I also really like the careers where your trainee has no problems and they just want to run fast, and then they do that shit. They just go and run fast and you're like, yeah, you did it. You ran fast. Those are also fun. And Maruzensky's career is 100% that career. She's just like, I want to run fast, and then she runs fast. It would have been better if they did her career with CB and Ace as rivals, and you had to be the one that guided it through. That would be neat. Also, like, there are some careers that are, like, you can tell that they were first drafts, let's say. Or not necessarily first drafts, but, like, you can tell that they come from an older period of the game. Like, Kita-san's career gotta be one of the worst careers out there because they didn't have the rights to Duramente. So every time Kita-san has a race, Air Groove comes in and she's like, "My trainee is stronger than you, Traveler. You're not strong enough for my trainee." And then Kita-san's like, "Oh no, I'm not." And then she wins anyway. And then she's like, "Oh, I was. Actually, I believed in myself." And you're like, "You have Duramente now. Just go back and add Duramente." McQueen's career is actively bad? I don't remember her career at all. So that's probably, like, not a great sign. A candidate for, like, worst career has to be Kita-san top 3 IMO. Duramente wasn't in the game when Kita-san released. I know, that's what I'm saying. It's like, now that she is, go back and add her, because there is a glaring Duramente-sized hole in Kita-san's career now. Like, it's so obvious that something was supposed to be there. You don't see Duramente in Kia's career? I mean, you do and you don't. Every time Air Groove shows up and is like, next time my protege will beat you, that's Duramente. They just weren't allowed to say Duramente. Or, like, show anything that might even remotely resemble Duramente. So that's gotta be, like, that's top 3 worst for me. It's the most lukewarm opinion of all time. But I think Special Week's career also probably needs some work. You can tell it's, like, the first one that ever got written. And I also think Teo's career could use some work as well. So those are probably, like, my top 3 worst careers, but... there's a few to pick from, I would say. Am I even gonna hit 600 guts here? Yeah, we'll hit it. We're good. Yeah, I agree with you, Eds. I think it would be neat if they would go through and, like, remaster some of those older careers. Just to give them a polish pass. It's always so jarring when you see a trainee that has their signature racewear unlocked show up as a rival and they're in, like, the stage outfit or whatever. And you're like, you don't look like that. That's not what you really look like. So this is heavy late surger parent territory. God, we hit medium straights, medium corners, and late straights, late corners. This was so close to being a really interesting run. Oh, it was so close. We had a lot of stuff that we wanted. What am I missing out on here? Corner adept. I kind of want to grab left-handed and summer runner, honestly. Haste is fairly easy to get, and we have no hints for it, so let's skip that, and let's go summer runner. Left-handed. Can I find a way to get firm conditions? What's really expensive that we've bought here that we don't need? Up-tempo. And then we can go firm conditions and then buy something cheap. Drafters, steadfast, subdued front. I don't love that. Yeah, I think we just give up on firm conditions. We can get firm conditions out of top road if we really need it. We can also get haste. Full throttle's interesting. Yeah, that's a good shout. I do think there are some places where full throttle is really good, even if we're probably not going to use it on this CM track just because it's a little too long. Let's see how this works out. Yeah. 2 guts, 2 medium. A decent amount of white sparks. TS Climax is not there, though. It's okay. It's not amazing, but it's probably good enough to stamp. And then the Inheritance is medium, medium, mile. It is 4-star Nimble Nav. It's okay. We can always go back and get rid of those stamps later if we decide to. It's not an amazing parent, but it's not a bad parent. Alright, let's send it back, though. That's an extremely forgettable run. We go again. Exact same setup. I am A-okay with the way that this deck works. We're just aiming for better RNG. Send it. I'd like Chiona O's career. I probably would. So, in real life, like when I go to work on Monday, what's the best way to explain this that doesn't like dox me? My real life job is I am a data scientist for the user experience and research department of a fairly large tech company. And my background is doing large scale, like, educational data science. So I work with data, I write papers, I generate and run research studies, like I do science. And all of the trainees that I have liked in UMA so far, perhaps unsurprisingly, are all of the trainees that are, like, organized. So I did, like, Asian Flash's career, and she has a planner, and she's like, I wrote a schedule, and I'm like, that's sick. I did Biwa Hayahide's career, and she's like, I'm trying to come up with an equation that lets me win, and I'm like, yeah, I get that. I did the first 4 chapters of Air-Shakur's career, and she was like, I'm writing an equation that'll help me win, and I'm like, yes, I can help you with that. So for the first 4 chapters of Chiona O's career, where she's like, I carry a notebook around with me and I write stuff down all the time, I was like, we're gonna get along. If I ever unlock you, we're gonna, like, be friends. So I can see that. I can see a world where I would like Chiona O's career. I like Tachyon then. Tachyon is too mad scientist for me. I think it's because Tachyon's career is very much like, I am a scientist and I'm doing science, but then the actual science experiments are like, ooh, it's a mysterious liquid and you're gonna drink it. And I'm like, no, I need to know more about the process and not the outcome, in order for me to actually, like, get inside your headspace on this. Also, I'm scared of not capping speed again. Give me 10 speed. Tachyon is too abstracted as a scientist for me. I thought her career was fine, but she's not, like, she's not my favorite. Beetlejuice is a Tachyon product? It could be. Yeah, she is too chaotic for me. She's not like a real scientist. she's like a cartoon scientist, and so I did not resonate with that specifically. It's fine as a speed training. We should probably rest here pretty soon, huh? Yeah, I don't like anything that's going on there. Plus 70 is great. Did I read Shakur's story? I did the first 4 chapters for the carrots, yeah. But, like, I read them. I didn't skip through it. She's like, brooding, and she is anti-authority. She gets pulled over by the cops, and she's, like, You can't tell me what to do, 1312, and they're like, ah, okay, you got us this time. She built her own computer and she's running some kind of algorithm on it, but she's not tuning her hyperparameters appropriately, so it's giving her the same output every time. She needs to spend more time on like Hugging Face, getting different algorithm frameworks to like try and generate a different outcome, or she just needs to do some more feature engineering. But like, I get it, she's still in school, right? You know, she's like, what, a high schooler? So she doesn't necessarily have that background yet. She needs to like spend some more time doing like some leaderboard data science challenges. Basically, she's not there yet, but like that's why she needs a trainee or a trainer. She needs a trainer to guide her through the process of like how you actually fit these algorithms instead of just monkeying around with them in her free time. I would say that I am heavy lawful neutral, I think, is probably where I wind up. Is this stamina training good enough? It's 3 and a hint. Whereas this is Tosin Jordan to gold. I don't really want to train stamina, but I do want to succeed at the Kikuka show. And this is probably something that pushes us towards that. You think it's medium corners, medium straights? No, this is 6 wit, 5 skill points for sure. It's up-tempo, we're all wrong. I don't know if I'm taking up-tempo. Single hint. Energy management, importantly. Yeah, we can just energy manage here. I'd love to see, like, slow metabolism after this. I'd love to see Umastan after this, is what I meant to say. That's a fairly bullish sign for this run. There's still a lot that can go wrong, but that's a good sign. How much do I like that? I like that Fine Motion is there. I like that Nishino Flower's there. I don't like that it's 11% to fail, and I don't like that it's a stamina training. This is not the facility that I want to be leveling. I'll probably still take it and rest, but I don't love it. I wish that that was like a speed training instead. Wait, I did my debut already? Wait, what? Hold on. I did my debut? I did. Huh. Okay. So we just completely forgot to, like, load our schedule and do all of our normal steps. Okay. Sure. I mean, it wasn't a versus race, or I would have seen it. Right? So we don't have to worry about that. We're only one race down. It's fine. I can't talk about Uma careers anymore. I have to lock in. I'm trying to do CM prep and you're distracting me. Oh god, no. I need to do better than 4th. 2nd would have been fine. There we go. Winning gamble might matter there. Energy drink EX might also matter there. It's okay. We're only down 1 race. We're only down 1 race, and we're only down 1 clock. I would rather have Stam Guts here because I live in fear of the Kikuka show now. 2 friends, no friends. 3 friends, Guts. Versus Tosin Jordan hint. And a lot of these are somewhat relevant. Pilfer, medium corners, medium straights, all pretty relevant here. How do I get to that training, though? I can't. I cannot get to that training. Speed is low? Yeah, I can't, like, do anything about it, though, because even if we drink this Vita 20, it's going to be like a 20% chance to fail that speed training. I don't think that's acceptable. I think we just rest here. It feels wasteful. But I'd rather have the energy and then maybe aim for a training here or here. Shop reset says grilled carrot, Vita 20, whip manual, artisan cleat hammer, motivating megaphone. A lot of that we want. Let's go like this and let's run the Saudi Arabia Royal Cup. And then if we need to take a training late October because we can push something into rainbow territory, then we can. I do need to find a way to train speed, though. So if I see one good speed training, either this turn or early November, I think we're probably taking it. Light Straits is really nice. No, absolutely not. In no universe. Give me the grilled carrots just in case we see a good training next turn. I would actively like to skip the daily high, though. I would really like to skip the early November race for a good speed training. 300 by January is more than enough. I'd rather be at like 350 to 4, but the bigger problem is that we don't really have the facility level. I don't really care what my speed stat is at. Oh, thank God, it's a good speed training. I don't care what the stat is at, but I would feel very comfortable entering Classic Year with speed to level 2. Because it means that if I do see good speed trainings, I'm able to get a little bit more out of them. I think we can also push Tosin Jordan to gold here, maybe? No, she's pretty far off. I don't think we can do it. Yeah. We can do it for the training after this, though. We're going to need to do double Vita 20 to make this work. But we can. And then this breaks up potential race fatigue and after repeated races, which I'm fine with. That speed to 2. Okay, we're still salvaging something here. 10 energy's fine. That could be a rainbow training, but it's not going to be good enough. Except for fine motion, all of these friendships are actually in pretty good shape. There's something going on here. Why seeking the Pearl Borrow? Dauntless. Mid-race gold velocity. And it's not RNG, it's guaranteed. I don't think you can fail to get Dauntless. Or at least if you can, I haven't failed to get it yet. But also just because I wanted a second strong speed card to anchor the deck. Dauntless is mid-race? It is, right? Have I been crazy this whole time? Yeah, mid-pack during second half. So I guess it can fire in late race during the acceleration zone, but even if it fires in the acceleration zone, you're still getting acceleration out of it. It always does something. If it fires way late race, you're getting velocity. And Grass Wonder is going to be in mid-pack for most of late race. If it fires before late race starts, then it's just velocity. It's like a normal mid-race velocity skill. And if it fires in the acceleration zone, it's not ideal, but you get something out of it. It seems fine. It seems like, it's like a slightly worse version of, like, Radiant Star, where it always does something, but it rarely does everything. The Light Surge means use keep going on Discord? What does keep going? Guide. Skills. Night mode. Oh, the gold version of Full Throttle. I mean, I can kind of see it. It depends on where you're getting your stamina from, right? Like, if you're running an extra gold recovery, sure, it's fine. I don't know that I would want to borrow. It's from Dictus Stamina, which is like, I don't know that I'd want to borrow that. Is my biggest concern. Here, I can put it up. Pop-up browser capture, sport guards. It's from Dictus Stam, which is not immediately a card that I would think to borrow for this CM. But I guess if you have like a whale deck, you could. The training effectiveness is pretty nice. The mood effect is pretty nice. I just don't think you really want to be using a stamina card. I would rather find like another borrow if it was me. Oh, it's also not a guaranteed gold? Yeah, that's a little scary. I'm already getting fits from Sunday, not giving us, whatever. From not giving us Fast and Furious. Is it worth it? Lates can win mid-game very easily without it. They can, but I don't know who else I'd borrow. The biggest problem that I have on like an account level, I'll spend 1 clock on that. The big problem that I have on an account level is I don't have a good second speed card that has like 5+ race bonus. I don't really want to use Air Shakur because she's not giving me any useful hints. I don't really want to use Kawakami Princess because she's not giving me any useful hints, plus she's only 7 race bonus. I don't have a Fuku, I don't have a Top Road. Like, there's not really another second speed card option that I really have. I don't even like using Tosin Jordan here necessarily. We're mostly just bringing her for starting stats. So, I think I specifically need to be borrowing a speed card. And if I'm going to be borrowing a speed card, I want it to be a speed card that's going to do something meaningful for me. And of the options that I was looking at, it's really like only seeking the Pearl and that's it. I could do a 10% race bonus borrow, but like Fuku doesn't do anything besides give me stats and race bonus. Top Row doesn't do anything besides give me stats and race bonus. Biko doesn't do anything for me besides stats and race bonus. So I crossed all of those off mentally. How much do I like a Kale Juice here? It puts us at normal. It puts us at normal, lets us take a bad wit training. But we are a grilled carrot set away from potentially getting double rainbows, and I would want energy for that. I think I can just take a rest here. It feels wasteful, but I think it's fine. I'm open to the idea of other borrows. I just think I have to borrow a speed card. And if I have to borrow a speed card, I wish I would have saved up my pennies to buy a motivating megaphone now that I look at these trainings, but I think if I'm going to be borrowing a card, it needs to be... Oh, wait, you rested. You don't need the Kale Juice. You need, nothing. You can just take this. You take the grilled carrot set, and then you take it. Even one limit break Maru. Maru's speed card isn't out yet, though, so I can't use that. Unless there's a different Maruzinski card that I'm not thinking of. That's 41 stats over a versus race with a shop that's good. With a shop that's really good. So there's 105, 140, 195 worth of stuff in the shop that I want. I need to do 2 versus races and win both. I can't take that speed training. There's too much stuff in the shop right now that's good. We'll find an opportunity to take a double speed training later, but this shop is too strong right now. I'd have to give up way too much. Holy crap. Okay, now we need to make some really hard choices. Huh. Well, let's start, right? What's highest priority? All of this stuff. You can give up on a motivating megaphone. I'd really like a second speed ankle weight. I'd really like Berry Sweet Cupcake Vita 20. I could give up on a Guts ankle weight. This is 90. This would be 140, and I'm at 123. Am I okay to give up a speed ankle weight? Look at your trainings. Because if you Vita 20 into... Or, well, if you could also like Kale Juice into a training this turn. You probably should have bought a Vita 20, because you could Vita 20 into that WIT training. That's a fairly egregious misplay, I think. Yeah, we should have bought that Vita 20, and we should have taken the WIT training, and then we should have raced early March and given up on the speed ankle weight. Sack, ankle, and Precast high roll speed. Yeah, that probably was the play. But once again, we have fallen victim to not checking our trainings before we go to the shop. So if that's the world that we live in, I do have 2 good luck charms right now, which means that I could drink a kale juice here and have it not be the worst thing in the world. We have opportunities to get more of them, and we're about to do 3 races. So this is okay as a fallback option, but we could have done this turn much better. There was a much better option on that turn if we were paying a little more attention. Because now we also waste the 20 energy that we're getting from that. We take the medium versus. If power is low, isn't it better to borrow a speed card that has a power bonus? Yes, but if you can... So here's my criteria, right? If you can find me a speed card that has power bonus and also has a usable gold skill for a late surger on a medium track, I would consider borrowing it instead. When I skimmed the speed cards that are available that fit that criteria, I did not find any that looked worth using outside of like Kita-san, who doesn't feel great on the current CM track. Like, curvature's fine, but there are a lot of activation zones where curvature just doesn't do anything. But we could shift to borrowing Kita-san. We can try that next run. Am I missing anything here? Solo rainbow speed? Not really, not really, not really, not really. Yeah, this is just a race. We can try a Kita-san. That turn was a skill issue. What that turn should have been was Vita 20 out of the shop, take the WIT training, save the kale juice for later. But I did not check trainings before I checked the shop, which is a recurring theme for, holy shit, a lot of runs lately. This is looking like 8 race territory right now. That's a massive shop. And we're about to get a reset. B still is not a bad grab there. I don't have to worry as much about the Kikukusho. But we're about to spend an enormous amount of race coins. So I need 140, 165, 195, 225, 240? I need like 240 race coins. And a lot of it I need in the next 3 turns. So actually we need to be a little more careful with that, because that might matter. That said, I do have 2 empowering megaphones already. I could skip one of these empowering megaphones and we could target a training late April. Let's see how this situation evolves. We don't have to make that decision right now. Right now, we can just go and run the Satsuki show. We're already at 400 stamina, so we do not need to worry nearly as much about whether we're choosing Crown or Tiara here. Uh-oh. Looking at the list of speed cards, there aren't a lot of good ones. That is the conclusion that I came to for this CM specifically, is that the pool of good speed cards is very small. Which is why we're borrowing Seeking the Pearl, even when her gold is, like, good, but a little lackluster. That's another concerningly good shop reset. Give me Adept. Buy the stuff that leaves in 2 turns first. I think we go like this. And then here we need to buy 125 worth of stuff. We're gonna sack off this empowering megaphone too. I'm just not buying these empowering megaphones. We'll have enough of them for this summer. We will find enough of them for next summer. I don't need to be buying them right now, and our race coin budget is really tight currently. Absolutely give me that speed training instead. Are you crazy? How crazy are you? Are you empowering megaphone speed ankle weight crazy? We're at 383 speed. I think we have to be empowering megaphone speed ankle weight crazy, and I absolutely don't want to fail this training. I'm not willing to gamble on 11% when we're sinking 100 race coins worth of items into it. And now we just race. We race into summer break because we have... I don't remember if it was you, Grenster, or if it was somebody else who was talking about skipping the Yasuda Classic year. We don't need to skip Yasuda Classic year because even if we tank to awful and 0 energy, we have Berry Sweet Cupcake and 2 good luck charms to rectify that situation. We can absolutely handle even the worst outcome that would result from doing 4 in a row here. We're really well set up to handle bad RNG over the course of these next 4 races. And any mood that we don't lose is just gravy. So I think we're A-okay here. We even have an energy drink to recover for early June. First fine motion sighting, sure. Single rainbow over Derby, no chance. And then we go plain cupcake, artisan cleat hammer, pick this wit manual up, pick an energy drink max up. We still have our 2 megaphones for summer break, so that's fine. We're gonna come back for master cleat hammer and probably power ankle weight because Sunday is a gold right now, and I think Nishino is pretty close. Nishino's not close, but we could still get Sunday rainbows. So I think we should pick up a power ankle weight just to be on the safe side. I feel like the last 8 turns have taken like 5 hours. It's been very complicated. Great Etsuko timing. Great chop reset. Okay, so we can basically fail take our way through all of summer break. That's a very bullish sign. Give me these 2, give me Master Cleat Hammer. We'll come back and we'll pick up that power ankle weight after the Yasuda. Passing up a single rainbow power, but that's not that great. We're going to Cleat Hammer this. We're going to Energy Drink this. There's also no reason to hold on to an EX at this point. Well, there is a small reason to hold on to an EX, and it's to tell how much energy you have. But as soon as we see a Seeking the Pearl rainbow, we're probably drinking that. There's like 4 training effectiveness in that can. There's like 8 training effectiveness in that can. A little early, Etsuko, but it's nice to see you. Great shop reset. That's fine. We haven't unlocked Late Savvy yet, so just give me Late Savvy now. Just in case we never see it from versus races, I'd like to have it. Single rainbow power, nothing else interesting going on anywhere. Think carefully about this. It would be nice to pick up an empowering megaphone, but we don't need one because we have 2. I think we can go power, ankle weight, good luck charm. We can save this Vita 20 to see what the summer break shop reset looks like. We're going to have 113 going into summer break. So we can afford Vita 20, and we can afford 1 ankle weight that shows up in summer break. Like if we see a replacement speed ankle weight. So we should be fine on that budget. And the reason that the Vita 20 is nice is we could like Vita 20 into a wit training, which gives us a little bit more energy to play with for doing other stuff. This is also 4 races in a row, so it does not matter that we're at 0 energy. Doesn't change our probability of getting race fatigue or after repeated races at all, so we'll just send it. Even if we do get it, we can recover in summer break. Incredible Etsuko time. It's just race fatigue, and it's not even skin condition. Very interesting. There's a lot to think about in that shop reset. Let's look at trainings first. Fine Motion is in like pseudo rainbow territory. So I would like to hold on to enough coins to buy this grilled carrot if it pushes her to rainbow. I think Vita 20 is like not really negotiable. Master Cleat Hammer we can get later. Manuals we can get later. Miracle Cure we don't need now. So we'll go like this. And we'll go like this. No. We'll go like that. And then if we see a good guts training, we can buy the guts ankle weight. If we see a fine motion wit training, we can take the grilled carrots. Whatever we don't get, we can pick up early September. And if we want to run 1 race in summer break, I would not mind. Otherwise, we're going to have to make decisions about that shop. I think I'm pretty content to just push power here. Let's also go to great. And then we go empowering megaphone, good luck charm. 450 safe for Kikukusho. Yeah, I'm not worried about Kikukusho at all. We can even get B still if we're really cowards. But I'm not sure if we're cowards yet or not. This is nothing. Stone nothing. I'm going to reset whistle because we have a megaphone active. But this might end up being a race turn. Never mind. that's going to be a speed turn. And then this also puts fine motion into rainbow range. So it's a good thing that we have saved that grilled carrot set in the shop. Because if she shows up on wit next turn, this could be a rainbow wit training. Do I care more about that or no? Don't forget the energy drink. Oh, was that a Seeking the Pearl speed training? You're right, I forgot about it. Yeah. We've probably thrown away like 5 to 10 speed on that. That's my bad. Wit is really starting to fall behind, and 600 speed coming out of Classic Year feels very comfortable to me. I think this is Rainbow Wit territory. And then just give me like a stamina manual to use up the rest of that. Grasswind Kikuka on like 230 stam. Yeah, but in the long term, it costs you blocks for sure. I wouldn't do that like every run. So I think I can go grilled carrot. I think I have to grilled carrot good luck charm this, just because we're at 0. Pearl works on total max energy. Yes. Training effectiveness based on max energy. Up to a max of 10% training effectiveness at 120, I think, is how she works. So let's get a little energy back here. I also really like that wit training. And then I will also not forget to energy drink max here as well. We can look at it, right? So right now we're getting 21 and 11, plus 12 and 6. We use the energy drink max. Now we're getting 22 and 12, plus 13 and 7. Because we increased our max energy, so that's going to increase our training effectiveness. It's a very small amount in this case, but it is what it does. I also think I would rather just Vita 20 into this and save the fail tag. 5% fail is totally acceptable to me. Fast and Furious? Okay, hold on. Important checkpoint. Also, God, really good speed training. This is 54 stats. But it's 54 stats that is going to come at the expense of a Miracle Cure, a Master Cleat Hammer, and a Guts Manual. I don't think that is worth it, given that I don't have any kind of condition recovery right now at all. Wit? No, I think this is race. This looks like medium versus race to me. Because if we take a wit training here, we are giving up a Master Cleat Hammer, a Miracle Cure, and a Guts Manual. I don't think that is worth it. To get 33 wit out of that deal. I think we race, for sure. Also, this is a summer race, which means we have a chance to get Summer Runner. And we have a chance to get right-handed because it's a right-handed track, and it's a medium versus. I think there's a lot we get out of this race. Yeah, I think that shop is way too good to skip right now. It's a good reset, too. We'll be able to buy all of that reset with the next race. Alright, so we go Miracle Cure, Guts Manual, Master Cleat Hammer. The next race, we go Master Cleat Hammer, Speed Scroll, Speed Manual. And then we still have a fail tag, so that we can fail tag the early October training if it's good. Otherwise, I'd really like to see a Vita 20 in the shop reset. Because we could Vita 20 into Wit that turn as well, and it gives us energy for the next 2 races. By distance, good sign. Also good shop reset. We already have Savvy, so that's just making it a little cheaper. So technically we should look at training. We can Vita 20 into that. And you don't have a Vita 20 right now, so be very careful with this. I think I give up on a speed manual to buy a Vita 20 to take that with training. I don't think 7 speed is that worth it relative to being able to roll into a wit training here. So let's flip the odds on that a little bit. How much wit does a late surger need? I mean, more is better. Like, wit is a consistency stat. If you are at 600, you're chilling. But the more wit you have, the better you're going to do in a lot of different areas. It's going to increase your stamina recovery from downhills. It's going to increase your speed on downhills. It's going to make your skills more consistent so that you're more consistently winning races. Wit is a good stat to have. There's just not really a metric for how much wit is enough wit. You want more of it. You don't want to sacrifice speed for it, and you usually don't want to sacrifice power for it, but you want a lot. Yeah, in particular for 15, there are 2 big downhills on that track. So you're saving stamina on those, you're making yourself more debuff proof, but you're also increasing your speed. Because you speed up when you're on downhills, depending on how much weight you have. So there's a lot of reasons that you want. I think if I take 10 energy here and then we take top option after the QE2, we'll still have energy for the mile championship. So even though we're good, let's just bank on Etsuko showing up. And let's try and minimize our chances to get race fatigue here. And then we go speed manual, stam scroll. Speed manual, hand cream. Wouldn't mind coming back for 1 guts ankle weight. And that's about all that we need in that shot. That's not a particularly good shot. So we can go master cleat hammer here. Top option after race. Top option after winning the race. You take top option after the race. Break all of your muscle memory that's telling you to click bottom. Turn off the lizard stem of your brain that wants you to gamble and click top option after the race. Reject. Okay, never mind. We don't have to gamble. We're good. Thank you, Etsuko. Thank you for taking that decision out of my hands. Here, it doesn't matter if we have 10 energy. We are going to have no energy left after the mile championship, so just give me 10 speed, 5 stamina. That bottom option makes no difference to what happens next turn at all. You can go empowering megaphone, a couple scrolls. I wouldn't mind picking up a stam ankle weight here either in case we see 1 good stamina training. Speed is off the charts right now, guaranteed cap. Were you here for the second half of senior year in the previous race? Nothing is guaranteed. There are no guarantees here. We could end this career at like 950 speed depending on what happens in senior year. I'm training speed until it's at like 1,000. Only then will I rest. But I do feel pretty comfortable with this stat line right now. That's it. Speed scroll's nice. It's fine. It's a-okay. I would really like to race here because there's good mediums, but if we see a good training, then we can break up this after repeated races stretch, potentially. I also want to come back for that guts ankle weight. We'll see how this transpires. I like that this puts Nishino to gold. I actually like that a lot. So realistically, how do I take this training? You use your last good luck charm? Isn't stam high enough already? Yeah, but I want to get power higher. And I think that Galaxy is right. We're not going to need to train a lot more speed in this run. We're going to need to train speed a few more times, but we're not going to need to train it that many more times. I would not mind clicking a few big power trainings in summer break next year. But then Nishino probably gets to Rainbow by then anyway. This is only 39 stats. We also have a berry sweet cupcake right now, which means that even if we do hit race fatigue, I can just fix mood. I think I'm actually okay to race here. I'm kind of fishing for a shop reset, honestly, is the biggest thing that I'd like to see out of this. Give me a right-handed. Does guts count in global? I mean, it's a stat. It's not really something that you're ever going to prioritize, but the further back you're running, the more opportunities you have to duel with people who are in front of you. which means the more speed that you're getting. And if you're in a CM where everybody's at 1200 speed and everybody's at medium S and everybody has either summer runner or right-handed or both, it is a bit of a tiebreaker stat. Right? Like if I have medium S and you have medium S and I have 1200 speed and you have 1200 speed and I have good velocity skills and you have good velocity skills, the winner is going to come down to who has higher guts. So it's not really something to like completely ignore, but it's also not something where you need to have like 1200 or your run is cooked. No cleat hammers anymore? That's fine, we just send it. Doesn't count like it does in the non-global version. I don't play non-global, so I can't really speak to that. I only play global, and I intentionally don't read about what's going on in JP. So I'm not going to be a useful point of comparison for that. But what I can say is, as far as global goes, Guts makes a difference, but it's not really a stat that you prioritize. Like a Guts deck, quote-unquote, is still kind of a meme in global. You'll use it for, like, sprinters, but not really anything else. Good luck charm, speed ankle, Vita 20. Vita 20. I know that Guts has been buffed one time, but I don't know if that's like the same buff that it's gotten in JP. I don't know if it becomes like even better, or if it's already been buffed to how good it is in JP by now. Also, these trainings suck. I wish I'd bought that reset whistle. Because I don't really want to take this. And I don't want to take that, and I don't want to take that. We could recreate here and save our berry sweet cupcake. Is what we could do. Because then if we see like a kale juice later on, we could drink it. And we wouldn't feel that bad about ourselves, but this is a bit of a wasted turn. Claw Machine takes us to great, at least. Race? I don't want to do 6 in a row. I think if we hit race fatigue and we go to bad and then we go to awful, we're in a really tight spot on mood. I think I'd rather just get mood to great organically and hope that we see a kale juice somewhere, because that becomes a very viable source of energy for us. This also should be enough energy to run the next 2 races. Gold me. Okay, whatever. Who asked? Give me big Nishino, I guess, to guarantee the big win. Or not. Okay, we'll just get like normal win. That's fine. Gotta race 14 times in a row for the high roll? I don't know. I think my skill point budget for this CM is like between 42 and 44 races. I don't think I need to push to like 50. We wouldn't be spending meaningful skill points at that point. We'd just be spending like random stuff. These are all fine, but give me the versus race. I like how the stat line is looking right now, though. I do want to hit, like, probably 3 more big speed trainings. Energy 10? I don't think I need energy 10. I don't like that power is only 600 right now. So speed is about to hit 800. We're going to need to train speed like 3 times, and that's going to put us to cap. But that's only going to get me to like maybe 800, 850 power. I think I need to be taking power aggressively here to actually get it over 1,000. Single rainbow, not good enough, not good enough, none of this good enough. Give me the shot. Guts manual, reset whistle. You know, people race 50 times without killing the run. You get extremely lucky in summer break and on dead turns. Is how you do it. I still don't do 50 race careers. The highest that I have is that UG2L that did 46. And that run was just every single time that I did not race, I had at least a single rainbow. And that was what pushed it over the edge. There's our kale juice that we were looking for, by the way. There is a lot of luck involved in a 50 race career that is also... We do not need stamina at this point. A 50 race career that is also, like, viable. Competitively viable. You need the good trainings to show up on the days when you're not racing specifically. Otherwise, you're just getting a giant collection of random stats, and you're not actually giving the stats that are meaningful the nudge in the right direction that they need. How much do I like this wit training? Not that much. I think I'd rather do like the Kokura versus race this turn, and then we'll aim for a training early March, and then we can do a 4 race here. Because we're sitting on a skin cream, a berry sweet cupcake, and a miracle cure. We can fix a lot of problems. I do really wish that I had recorded that UG2L run. Just so I could have it as an example of, like, this is what it looks like when your run RNG is busted. Going forwards, I'm gonna try and record the runs that I'm doing off camera, just so that if it is a good run, I can put it up as like an unlisted video. And be like, hey, there's no commentary on this, but give it a watch. This is also heavy reset whistle territory. We want this to be a training turn. I see a rainbow power. That's probably good enough. I think I just go like this. Because we're about to do 4 races in a row, and I want energy for that. Also, I'll find more power ankle weights later. Let's really try and push power as high as we can when we have the opportunity. We have skin condition? I can fix that. I just didn't realize I had it. We'll get rid of that quick. Whoopsie. Most recent 47 race run was for your Open League sprint via Bourbon. I mean, Open League is a different kind of beast, because you're intentionally trying to avoid good trainings there. You only need to hit A+. So you might as well just, like, do races to fish for the specific skill hints that you're looking for. Wow, that's abysmal. Okay. We have no medium S here. Truly the one of the inheritances of all time. But we can at least go like this. We also have no versus race today. This turn is awful. I guess give me the race anyway. Your stat management is mainly just turning off scroll use until the end. I was gonna say, it actually seems kind of sick to build an Open League runner in Trackblazer, because you can buy every single scroll and manual that you see, but you don't have to consume them until the end. And so you can get your stat distribution to, like, exactly where it needs to go at the end of the run. That seems really interesting, actually. Tragic run. It's not over yet. Let's make sure that we don't die here. This will not be an ace run. but it could still be an interesting run. I should go back to building for Open League one of these days. Just do like one Open League CM for fun. The last time I did it was like CM 8. It's also an opportunity to take a bunch of trainees that are like not necessarily viable and graded and give them their opportunity to retire. Although at some point we do need to talk about whether you get to retire if you win Open League. So for those of you who have not been around the channel for a while, if any of our trainees win 2 CMs, Group A finals, graded league, you win twice, you are retired, we can't use you anymore. So as of right now, Tamamo Cross is retired, Satono Diamond is at 1 win, and Gold Chip is at 1 win asterisk because she won in Open League. And I haven't yet decided if winning Open League Group A finals should count towards retirement or not. So if Gold Chip wins this CM, Jesus. If Gold Chip wins this CM, we can discuss that. Does a retired runner have to be winner just on the winning team? They have to win. They have to be the runner that came in first. Eclipse first, the rest nowhere. It's gotta be them. This is a horrible turn. So, Coke, you were asking what it takes to do like a 50-run career and like not have your race be tanked. It means that you need like a double rainbow speed training here and then 2 other people there. Actually, give me a recreation. Fix mood because I have no cupcakes right now. Guts 5, Wit 5 versus Speed 5, Stam 5. Give me Guts Wit. I think Stamina is fine, and I think Speed can still get there with some good summer break trainings. Truly abhorrent training option. You like the current requirement, meaning you have to win Group A finals and graded specifically. That's the direction that I'm leaning as well. I mean, we still have clocks. Might as well pile up the G1s. It's a nice time for Etsuko to show up at least. I need a cupcake to go along with that kale juice, but in spirit, I like it. Wonder how quickly I'll run out of runners? Never. There is no way that we're going to arrive at a point where we have won so many CMs on this account that we don't have eligible trainees to enter anymore. We'd have to have won like 30 CMs, I think. That's unrealistic. I know that we've won 3 in a row. That is not tenable. There is going to arrive a point where we come in like Group A second, and then the illusion is going to be shattered, and you're going to realize that like I'm actually just a slightly above average player. It's coming. Prepare yourself. There is no way that we are going to win every CM forever for the rest of time. We are riding a major high right now. These times do not last forever. Do I need anything else in this shop? How many speed ankle weights do I have? I have 2 and a guts ankle weight. I don't think I need to save up for anything else here. So let's just buy all of this stuff. It's good enough. We're at great right now. You have 3 good luck charms. Give me a Vita 65 on this. Let's try and save the fail tags for the last 3 turns. I don't know when I'm going to use that kale juice. Maybe early October. So I think we go speed. If I could come out of summer break with speed at around 1050, I'd be feeling pretty positive about myself. I think that's a good enough power training to take as well. I wish I had a power ankle weight. That would be a great opportunity for a power ankle weight training. But we'll go Vita 20. Takes us to 55. Medium corners is nice. Excellent time for a wit training. I can gamble on a 3% fail here and have that be fine. It's okay. Oh, that's the stuff. That's the stuff right there. Alright, so we don't need to train speed again at this point. Now I am comfortable with our speed, and we don't need to touch it again. It also means that our power is going to come out of this at around 1,000. I really like the way this stat line looks, and I don't think this was even necessarily a high roll. I have a lot of confidence in this deck. We just need a run where everything comes together. Where we have Spring Runner, or Summer Runner, and or right-handed, and Medium S, and we get Fast and Furious, and we're at like roughly this stat line. That's all we need to do here. Guts is maybe a little low. If I could get Guts closer to like 600, I'd be pretty happy, but I'm not gonna like lose sleep over it. Gut Scroll, Power Manual, Artisan Cleat Hammer. Definitely don't need to get speed ankle weights ever again. No versus race. Single rainbow power. What am I really hoping to see out of shops at this point? Cleat hammers, a power ankle weight, and that's pretty much it. Actually, what are my megaphones like? I need one more megaphone. We don't need a ton of shops from this point on, though. I think it's possible that I could take this power training. Oh, Fast Learner Hat? If we see a Fast Learner Hat after this shop reset, we can afford it, though, because there's a lot of resets coming up. I think we also have a chance to get Nimble Nav out of Fine Motion, which we don't have yet. I think I'm okay with this, because it gives us energy to make it through the end of the schedule, and we'll have an opportunity to find Etsuko. And if we see Fast Learner Hat, we can sacrifice everything else to get it, because we're going to go race, race, race. That's Fast Learner Hat. No Fast Learner Hat. Okay. Very Sweet Cupcake's a really nice pickup here, though, because we're going to be running 5 in a row at the end of this. Training says everything is awful, but we do have a reset whistle, and I think this is a fine time to spend it. It's the worst in a lot of ways. But I guess it's not a horrible guts training, and I do have a weight burning a hole in my pocket. Very lackluster turn. But now we're just going to race out for the rest of the year. Don't need it. We have all of our energy management for the finals. We don't need to buy any energy items whatsoever because we have 3 fail tags. All we're looking for is cleat hammers and a few ankle weights and 1 more empowering megaphone. That's all we need to see. Because fast learner caps cannot appear in the race refreshes as far as I know. I've never seen them. Maybe they can, but I've never seen them. Are you forgetting anything in the shop? Yes. Also, you might as well grab a Guts ankle weight as long as you're in here. Maybe you see 1 more good Guts training later on in the year. Power's really nice there. Medium corners is nice. I don't think a cupcake is necessary. Dauntless. We've gotten all the gold skills we want. I don't think a cupcake is necessary because we're at Berry Sweet, but we don't have to decide right now. We can just save it for later. And then we can go Japan Cup. Guts is going to wind up around 500 currently. Doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter, but it does push me towards buying a cupcake. Because if we get after repeated races after this, and then we also get skin condition, we're going to drop to bad. So let's cover that possibility off. Also, 0 shop resets whatsoever. Guts is not a bad stat to get. Eager isn't a bad skill to get. What did we lose? Speed? Speed Guts Wit? I'm actually so fine with that. We go like this. There's still nothing in the shop. Let's go win the arena. 2 big rainbow power trainings, 1 big wit training. And this is interesting. But it is not as good as our current ace. Wit 16 is nice. Deep Breath is not useful. One Stretch Haste is fine. Power Guts is good. We're getting stats in the places we want them to be. Sure. It's okay. Fine. It's not great, but it's not bad. This is basically 13 power. This is 11 power. I don't think we megaphone this. I think we wait to megaphone a training where we're getting all the stats, but it's still more speed, or it's more power to take the speed training. So we'll go Good Luck Charm, no megaphone. This is absolutely the stat line that I want. We just need to do a better job of getting the skills that we want. We're going to wind up at like 800 stamina. Maybe 1100 power for lucky. Speed is obviously going to cap, and I think we can push wit to 800. Push wit to 900. But we are absolutely on target for where we want to be. We just need better inheritances at this point. Wit to 3 is kind of interesting. 1 good power training pushes our power to 1100. Which has, like, parent run ramifications. Dream Glimmer's nice. I guess we take it. It's definitely going to be the best training here. And we're out of Cleat Hammers. It's not as good as our current Grass Wonder, but it's close. If we hit medium S, this might actually be better. But we're not that far off. So this is parent run territory. Radiant Star me, Full Throttle me, Dauntless is fine, Eager's fine, Umastan's good, Late Savvy, Fighter, Late Straights, Dominator... Medium corners, medium straights. On your left. Fast and Furious. I guess I'd rather take Corner Adept and then give me Firm Conditions. Because we don't run Kitasan that much, so Corner Adept has a little more value than Homestretch Haste, which we get for free anytime we do the Crown. Outer Soul's very situational, the rest of these are just not good. Yeah, we're crossing our fingers for a medium parent. This might be SS territory. It is SS territory. 3 speed too late and white scrolls that don't scroll. White stars that don't scroll, and it's probably not good enough. I don't know when we would ever use Late Surge or Pink Sparks. Alright, let's send one more, and then we'll go ahead and we'll do some lobbies. We'll see how things are looking. But that should take us right to 6 p.m. or so. Let's get back in there. Well, here's a question for you guys. Do we want to try a Kitasan Borrow here and see if we like that more? Or do we want to go with a Seeking the Pearl Borrow? I think I am slightly in camp Seeking the Pearl. I like the training effectiveness we get off of her, and I think Dauntless is a marginally better gold. I also don't think we need the help of Kitasan to actually get to speed cap. Like, we're not going to be taking Kitasan for big speed clicks. We're fine on speed already. But I am open to seeing what you guys think. Because it is possible that it could be a better choice. The power bonus in particular, I think, is kind of relevant. We're also looking at TE10 versus 30 mood effect. Curvature over Dauntless. I think it's probably slightly better, but I think it's close. Like, the biggest issue that I have with Curvature, I'll show you. The biggest issue I have with Curvature is that if it activates anywhere from, like, here to here, it's basically useless. Like, if we look at the acceleration curve, let's say that this is Grass Wonder just for the sake of completeness. You're going to be a late surger. Stat line is probably like 1200, 800, 1100, 500, 800 is more or less how these are going. And then if we throw Professor of Curvature in here. Oh, this is wrong track. Give me Hanshin 2200 cloudy summer. Good. This is our acceleration zone. It's from here to here. And if we have, let's say, moving past, and we also have redshift, that shortens our acceleration zone to here. But, like, where Curvature is activating on this track, it's activating at, like, 15, 17 meters to go, or 15, 17 meters in. It is entirely within our acceleration zone. So that activation of Professor of Curvature would not do anything. It would be a skill that just doesn't affect our race at all. If we can get it to proc somewhere else, like if we can get it to proc here, yeah, it's good mid-race velocity. It's not that bad. But there is a pretty wide zone of activation for Curvature on the CM track where it just doesn't look like it's going to do much. So I'm also leaning slightly towards Seeking the Pearl, but just for the sake of trying something different, let's do one run with Kitasan and we'll just see how it works out. This should make our speed clicks even better. So maybe if we have like a good speed training versus a good power training, we could take more power trainings, would be one way to think about it. We'll see how this shapes up. This does mean that we're going to need to hit Umastan off of Inspirations, though, because we're not going to be able to get it from Seeking the Pearls events. Wait, that really wasn't enough? Alright, fine, I'll use one more. I've got 1 million of them. Oh, There you go. I used two TPs. Is all you're missing. We only have like 150 left. We're almost out. Alright. 2 on speed, 1 everywhere else. Let's burn some initial energy off. We'll just get it back with wit trainings later. Make some progress on leveling our speed facility. I think I can trust my wit cards to handle wit plus 20. Let's start building stamina and guts through events because I really don't want to... Holy... Okay, I'm sitting up. We're adjusting our posture. This is the run. 2 on wit versus 2 on power. We'll start conserving some energy on wit trainings. Still 2 on wit. I'm A-okay with conserving energy further. This is mood to good. 1 friend wit, 2 guts, 1 power. It's just 1 everywhere. Give me the wit training. Good opportunity to build power. Good wit training. Definitely better than everything else going on. So that takes us back to full energy. For a second, I thought that was charming. I was going to lose it. We don't need the speed. We know that speed is going to cap. Unless the run is catastrophic. And if the run is catastrophic, then it doesn't matter if speed is capped or not. So we can take the wit from that. I am fine sticking to wit here. Just saving our energy for something good to show up. This is also not charming. 1 friend, 1 friend, no friend, no friend. There's going to be like 3 on speed. 2 on speed. Yeah, cook a little energy off. Let's see if we can push speed to level 2 before the end of junior year. That's our 2nd speed training, so we need 2 more. Adept cheaper is fine. Another 2 on speed versus 1 on wit. Let's keep pushing speed. We need 1 more speed training for level 2. We know that we like Tosin Jordan hints, but I really don't like spending this much energy. Eh. Push it to 2. It's an alright training. Long shot is maybe the worst thing that we could see there. But now we really want to milk wit for the next 2 turns. Build a little bit of extra energy up so that we can think about training post-debut. This is a great opportunity to take 20 stam to move us towards Kikukusho. And then 1 friend on wit. 2 friends speed, but 6% to fail. We can just take a wit training on this. Nishino's also a little low, so we can build her up a bit here. This is also 10 energy. This is perfect. So I think even if we lose the debut gamble, we are still going to be able to take trainings post-debut. This run is currently constructed on top of a burial ground, though, because we got Fast Learner extremely early. So we're on borrowed time until our luck comes crashing down around us. Grilled Carrot, Motivating Megaphone, Vita 20. Load your schedule first. Check your training second. That's a speed training that you want to take. Which means you're probably looking at Vita 20 Motivating Megaphone and just accepting that you're not going to be able to pull rainbows out of it. Use both of them. Ideally here we go speed, wit, and then a 3rd good training. But this is 13 stats out of a megaphone. Don't really want to take that with training. This may actually be a rest. Because if we rest, then we could think about training late September. Like, if we gamble on this speed training, we don't really have a plan for what we do early August. We would be forced into taking a wit or doing nothing. I think we could see a better training than this on early August, though. So let's waste a little bit of our megaphone and try and bank on seeing a better training early August. We don't need front straights, so we can skip that. Fine motion 1 for friendship growth. It's an okay speed. It's about the only thing going on. This does push Toshin Jordan to gold, though. So we have 1 speed card online, and we should be able to train late September. We'll unlock late Savvy so that we have it. And then let's go ahead and race. Because there's a grilled carrot set in the shop that I still want as well. Okay. Great time to get a Vita 20. That makes our late September training more likely. Go like that. Come back for the gut scroll later. No. None of that. Give me the versus race. Okay. Losing gamble kind of sucks, though. But this is why it's good that we have a Vita 20 for backup. And then we can go Empowering Megaphone Gut Scroll. We don't need max EXs anymore because Seeking the Pearl is not in the deck. We wouldn't mind getting 1 Guts Ankle Weight, but it's fairly low priority. We can just see what's in the shop reset after this turn. That's Fine Motion to gold. Which means it's probably worth it to take this, even though it's going to have a small risk of failure. It's fine. We can recover from that. That's not that bad. That's not awful in the grand scheme of things. Bit manual, power manual, cupcake, pretty mirror. And we haven't used our grilled carrot yet. So ideally we want to spend 150, 180, 195, 210 in this shop. That's really easy. That's very easy to do. I think we're in pretty near territory here. Do not need a max EX. Don't need opening Gambit either. If this is a good training, we could take a turn off. It's a Rainbow Wit training. It's too bad that we can't pick up the Pretty Mirror now. But we can at least go like this. We should go like this. Because after the daily high, we can buy the mirror and we might get extra friendship out of a support card event. And we don't really need the Wit manual to win races. So let's go like this. I don't really need to cupcake into this training, but I will definitely... Oh, it doesn't put her in gold. I think it's still worth taking, though. It's a lot of friendship progress out of this, and it just helps to break up this 6-race stretch so we're not too hard on our mood items early on. And then we can just go back to racing. So this is going to be our Pretty Mirror race. Okay. Good stuff. Great stuff. But we can still afford that. Pretty Mirror. Use it. medium versus. Great time to see Etsuko. Great time to get energy. Or was that 3 races? Did we just do 3 races in a row? We did... No, this would be our 3rd race in a row. So having energy matters here. We'll take 10 energy to mitigate our chances of getting race fatigue for the Hanshin JF. And then we go Wit Manual, Wit Scroll, Speed Scroll, Wit Manual, Vita 20 Speed Scroll after the Hanshin JF. I think we have a cleat. We don't have a cleat hammer for this, but that's fine. We'll do it anyway, obviously. Good. High nose, but a win is a win. Acceleration, not useful. No race fatigue, very good. And then Vita 20 speed scroll. Give me 1 power ankle weight. Just to have on me. And then I think we can go hopeful stakes. And it doesn't matter that we're on 0. We are immune to debuffs late December. Okay. 1 failed training, but besides that, that's a very strong junior year. We're coming into Classic with speed at 2, and I think wit at 3. So we're doing really well on leveling facilities. We have a lot of room to grow from here. Sympathy versus stats. This is not a Team Trials run, so we'll be taking stats off of that. This is 10 energy, which kind of pushes us towards a wit training, I suppose. If it's a good one. Grilled carrot is a... Check your training before you do anything else. Yes, you have a rainbow wit training, nothing else is good. That heavily incentivizes you to pick up a Vita 20. Oh, you have one already. Never mind, it doesn't. You can just buy an order. I do want that cleat hammer, which means we probably do the open on late January. And also I don't have a motivating megaphone, which is going to make my trainings a bit worse if we decided to train. So I think I can just go like this. Vita 20 this training. And then I think we do the open because I want to get my hands on that cleat hammer specifically. We don't need mood 1 or speed 5, so let's take 10 stam. Interesting speed training, but not necessary. Yeah, I want that Master Cleat Hammer. We are just going to do the open. Because we don't have any hammers right now. Okay. Don't need the mood. Master Cleat Hammer. Master Cleat Hammer. Vita 20. We're racing this turn, so it doesn't matter if we pick up the grilled carrots or not. And then we're also probably looking for a wit training late February again. They're all varying degrees of fine, but we'll just take the versus race. The right-handed is not a versus, so we'll take the versus race. Okay. good shop reset. Really good time for slow metabolism, actually. Because now I can WIT training or Vita 20 into any training. We also have the flexibility of a grilled carrot to push things to gold if we need to. All these trainings look really bad, though. I think I can just afford to WIT here and save energy. It pushes Tachyon up a little bit, which is nice. Technically, I could reset Whistle, but I think I'd rather save it for summer. We don't have great training opportunities available to us right now, so there's not really anything we'd be trying to whistle into. We'll just take a WIT. Push Tachyon a little higher. That also saves our Vita 20, so we could think about using it late April. None of those, please. Give me the medium versus. Okay, fail tag is nice at least. Stam 10, Guts 10 versus Power 20. We know that Power needs the help. We're not consistently getting it above 1,000, so let's take 20. We'll find some other ways to get stamina. We should be fine for the Kikuku show at this point. We already have the Power ankle weight. Maybe buy a stamina ankle weight. Just as a fail-safe or a fallback. Those trainings are not going to be worth it. So even though we don't have a versus race, we can just take it. We could get right-handed off this. We could get Cloudy Days off this. It's not a total wash. And we also still get shop coins off of it, and we could still get a shop reset out of it. I'll take it, honestly. No gold inspiration, but it could still be medium. It's red shift, and it's be still. We don't hate having be still if our stamina comes up a little short, but that's still not a great inheritance. And then we can go Artisan, Plain Cupcake, Power Manual. There's a Vita 20 waiting in there for after the Satsuki show. We have just a sliver of energy left, which is all we need. I really like how the stat line is looking so far. We just need the skills and inheritances to come through for the rest of it. That part is not necessarily up to us. Eager's good. Race fatigue's fine. We can deal with that. Do not need competitive spirit. Just give me stats out of that. And then this is a training turn. But I don't really see anything. I really don't see anything. This I will reset Whistle, because we need to do something productive this turn. Solo Rainbow Kitasan. Friendship on Wit. I don't hate the idea of friendship on Wit, and our speed is looking very good right now. So let's go Vita 20 into this. I'm not going to go much higher because I want to save it for summer break. I guess you do have 3 good luck charms. Yeah, you could probably take 2 Vita 20s here to make sure it succeeds. Sure. It's 48 stats versus the NHK Mile Cup, but speed's already at 435. I don't think we need to take that speed training. I think speed is going to be alright. We should not be sacking G1s to take it. We have good enough spec priority on our speed cards that we should expect to see that show up in summer break. And if we don't, we can just say we got unlucky. Okay. Spring Runner, not the runner we're looking for. I'll come back for you. This is Derby time. We are at 359. Yeah, we're fine on stamina for this. I do need to find a little bit more to run the Kikuka show, but that's what summer break is going to be for. Great time for Etsuko. Great shop reset. Okay hint. Not amazing hint, but okay hint. We can come back for that empowering megaphone after the Yasuda Kinan. It's a nice training. I think I can afford to skip it though. Well, what mood management? You have 2 plain cupcakes. You don't have a way to get rid of skin condition right now, but you do have summer break coming up, which means that you could just rest on the first turn. You have good energy management. We have the equipment that we need to do 4 races into summer break and be able to recover from a lot of the negative consequences of our decision. Plus, having a grilled carrot set on us means that we could probably push a lot of those friendships closer to gold anyway. I think I'm okay skipping that training. Numerically, it's definitely not better than a G1, and I don't think the friendship is that important for where we're at in the run right now, especially when we're getting a shop reset like that from running the Yasuda. That's very nice. We don't need speed. We're going to be like 650 coming out of summer break at this point. We're going to be miles ahead of where we need to be. We'll pick up Good Luck Charm Stamina Scroll after the Takarazuka. Giving up a single rainbow speed is not that bad. It doesn't matter that we're at 0 energy. We can't get race fatigue, or we don't change our probability of race fatigue after 3 races in a row. That's going to be a clock for sure. I actually need those coins. There we go. So we're not going to be able to afford basically anything in the summer break shop. Yeah, we're not going to be able to afford a single item in the summer break shop. We also need to fix skin condition now. So we're hoping for a bad first training in summer break. Or, oh god, there's so much good stuff in here. I want that grilled carrot set. I want that Vita 65. I want that Master Cleat Hammer. I want that Vita 20. I want that Miracle Cure. Oh no. Oh no. I think I have to take this training when it's in front of me. I just really hope that we don't roll skin condition here. I think we're looking at train, and then maybe like rest early August, race late August, or vice versa. Otherwise, I can't buy everything I want in that shop, and that shop is really strong right now. This might be a race. No, that's a really good power training. I think that's a Rainbow Nishino. It's not, but if you could afford the grilled carrots, it would be. I think you take it anyway. Because it pushes Nishino to gold after this. And you're under a megaphone here. God, it would have been a double rainbow with the other grilled carrot set. We had no way of knowing that, but that could have been an insane power training to take. And at this point, I think I need to go race. Or do you want to just rest this turn? count your shop, right? So 36, 40, 70, 105, 170, 210, 250. You might actually be looking at doing like 4 races in a row here. Off the back of 0 energy seems pretty bad, but you can buy a miracle cure to fix skin cream at least. There's a lot in that shop that I want though. And I think our stat line is looking fine. I don't feel like I have to train in summer break right now. Let's do this race and see how we're looking. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. So, bright side, you don't need the grilled carrot anymore. That's fair. So I think you could go Vita 65, Vita 20. You can Vita 65 into this training. And then you race early September, and you buy Master Cleat Hammer Miracle Cure, and you let the Speed Ankle Weight go, because you already have one. And that gets rid of Skin Condition. It gives you energy to do these 2 races, and all it costs you is an ankle weight. Let's do that. I wish I had a power ankle weight for this training. But this is going to push our power a lot higher than it has been in those previous runs. I don't hate having practice perfect. I'm not really going to go out of my way to get it, but I don't mind having it here. And then we go medium versus. This lets us buy the rest of the stuff out of the shop that we want. I don't hate Slick Surge, but I don't love it. I do love medium corners. I don't mind Energy 10, I guess. I'm not excited about it. Good. Let's go Miracle Cure, Master Cleat Hammer. Say goodbye to the Speed Ankle Weight. Immediately use Miracle Cure. So that's out of the way. Single Rainbow Speed, Single Rainbow Wit. Neither of those are more valuable than a race right now, especially when it's a medium versus. I would love to see Etsuko here and then Vita 20 into a good Wit training early October. If I could prognosticate a little bit here, I would really like that sequence of events. Okay. That's one step. That's a good shop reset too. And then the second step would be... I see a rainbow. I see a Wit training. Okay, there you go. What a cool game. I wonder, can I get Tachyon to gold if I buy that grilled carrot? I don't think so. I think she's just a little too far off. Also, I think you want all of this stuff anyway. And you have the Vita 20. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Alright. Looking pretty good. Actually, could you just take this straight up? At 21? Nah, let's not risk it. If we get a good inheritance senior year, this is shaping up to be a really nice run. So let's not do anything unnecessary. That's Wit to 4. Fine motion done. Not that we need Speed Star. Kikuka show on 452. Let's not take any also, you have Fast Learner, so you can buy anything that's maxed. Yeah, well, you could get Corner Adept from Inheritances, I guess. You can wait on it. Let's be stingy. But I think I get B still, just as a safety plan. And then we go Cleat Hammer, Kikuku Show. Would really like to see more Cleat Hammers at some point in these shop refreshes. Would also like to see Etsuko, because mood is looking a little unhealthy. This is a good stat line right now, though. What did you miss? Like 2 very middling runs, I would say. We haven't really had anything come through that's like stellar. One, two. Well, this is a race turn. What are you looking at? Stand manual, speed manual, plain cupcake Vita 20. Speed training application? Maybe. Maybe Guts ankle weight too. You don't have Cleat Hammers, do you? No. I really like the number of fail tags we have right now, though. I'm feeling very comfortable with that. Okay. We have not experienced the curse of early fast learner yet. That's not to say it won't happen, but we haven't seen it yet. That's Fast and Furious. The only thing that's missing from this Thanos Gauntlet right now is a medium S. And maybe either Summer Runner or right-handed. I would take either of them. I would obviously take both, but if I had to choose, I would take just one. I think we're just going to have to tank the possibility of getting race fatigue here, because I don't have an energy drink max. That's, like, catastrophically bad. But this is why Cygames invented alarm clocks. That's better. That's quite a bit better. Okay. Everybody just chill out. Okay, just relax. I know you're stressed right now, but just don't worry about it. You have a stamina ankle weight, right? Yeah. What level is my speed facility right now? It might still be early enough for that speed training application. You're only at 2. You know, I think it's just barely early enough to make use of that. And then it doesn't really matter if you race or not here, and I don't think that training is good enough. We need to race our way out of our mood problem right now. We need to just keep taking races until we see a berry sweet cupcake. Okay. Was that like 7 end closers in that race, by the way? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it was just a 10-man race. Very weird. Okay. Basically a CM lobby. Oh, my soul is nice. Race fatigue's fine. Doesn't matter. Absolutely want mood at this point. We don't need the energy for the Arima. We're going to be immune to debuffs anyway. Still don't need anything in there. Still don't have Cleat Hammers. So if we see Etsuko, we could go to good by senior year 1. Which I would be fine with. I'd also like to see just a little bit more guts. I don't want to go crazy with it, but I'd like to be at 600 by the end of the run. No shop reset, kind of brutal. Good epithets, though. What's the shop reset got for us? I have no energy for you to take, Tosin Jordan. Tosin Jordan, there's no energy here. You have no power here, Tosin Jordan. Definitely power ankle weight. I also really like seeing a miracle cure. That's a nice insurance plan if we pick up skin condition later. That, I think, is actually a pretty good training if we just cupcake our way into it. There's a lot, like Fine Motion is there, Nishino Flowers there, Agnes Tachyon's there. There is a lot of support on that training right now. Yeah, we didn't even care about Breath of Fresh Air. We're not going to use it regardless. We're going to see more of them. Actually, how many shop coins do you have right now? 16? Never mind. We're getting 23 stats out of a 50 coin item. That is an A-OK trade. I would rather try and push power higher if I had the option. It's a good speed training too. I think I'm supposed to take the versus race here. Our shop is not good right now is the problem. After we buy this Miracle Cure, there's not really anything in here that I actually want to buy. I want to race my way into better items. So even though that's a good speed training, I think we're going to get very close to speed cap anyway. We'll just hit some good trainings over summer break. I need to rebuild this shop right now. I need resets. It's okay. Sunny days is not relevant. It's cloudy days. It's not a good hint, but I'm happy to see a fail tag show up. Bigger concern is lack of power. Power is going to be A-okay. We still have an inheritance coming up. Give me Good Luck Charm 5. Give me Mile Versus. Okay. I am not concerned about power in the slightest right now. It will get over 1,000. We absolutely take mood and energy here. That's perfect. We're mitigating race fatigue after this race. That is not a good enough wit training. Give me Kokura. Okay. Wouldn't have minded seeing better shop resets here, but at least we have some race coins to play around with now. I think we also dodged race fatigue. We did, okay. And then this is curvature. Okay. I love the idea of a Vita 20 into wit here. Let's make sure I'm not losing anything to the shop. You are. You wanted to buy that Miracle Cure. You also only have one empowering megaphone right now. Grab a motivating megaphone just in case you don't see any more of those. And then let's try and Vita 20 into this wit. Nice. Really nice. Not good enough. We take Osaka High. Still have no Cleat Hammers. I think this is probably 4 in a row here. We'll see what next turn looks like. But if next turn's training is not good, I think we just do 4, and then we Miracle Cure our way out of it at the end. Hello, Etsuko. Yeah, Summer's chilling with fail tags. We have so many. We want to see Summer Runner and or right-handed here, and Medium S. Or nothing. But those are interesting hints. No Medium S is probably... I know any of those is probably disqualifying, but let's just see what the stat line looks like at the end. We also missed Moving Past and Beyond. So we're not going to have that to play with either. Single Rainbow Wit, Single Rainbow Power. Weighted against Mile versus races. I don't like that I don't have mood management here. We can miracle cure our way out of race fatigue if we get it. But I think the safer play is probably just to Vita 20 into Wit. Actually, the safer play is probably to fail tag into Wit. And then just buy the fail tag in the shop. And then we don't gamble on energy after the Spring Tenno. Actually, you might need to gamble on energy after the Spring Tenno now that I look at it. What are we at? You're at 18. Yeah, we are going to have to gamble. Okay. Not good enough. Spring Tenno. Cleat Hammer. We know that Glittering Star isn't getting any cheaper at this point, so we probably go and buy that at this point. None of the rest of these recoveries are going to be necessary. Curvature probably doesn't get cheaper from this point, so just lock that in. Anything else at 4 or more? Tether? Yeah, sure. And Dominator's not going to get cheaper. It doesn't work at the Spring Tenno, but we might as well just grab it. Everything else is still at 1, 2, or 3. Okay, we can wait on that. Curvature can get cheaper with Kitasan hints. It can, but I'd rather take it off our drop table and try to get, like, focus, honestly. I really don't mind having focus. Okay. Spring Tenno ain't no thing. Focus for a late? Yeah, because I want to be the first place late searcher. I want to be ahead of the rest of the late searcher pack because I want to be the guy who's hitting Pump Some Iron, who's hitting Redshift, who's hitting all that stuff. I think if you're a late surger and you're in like 8th place going into late race, you're set up for a pretty rough time for yourself. And so focus isn't necessarily to, like, you know, take the lead, but it's to beat all of the other late surgers around you. Same thing with Umastan. Except Umastan is just better than focus. But in this case, I don't have Umastan either. So. Cupcake, very nice. Late surger savvy, quite nice. Dodging race fatigue, quite nice. We have another good luck charm. I think we just fail tag into Wit again. And then we go buy the other fail tag. Or we could just get 20 energy out of that. It'll matter. That's a meaningful amount of energy. Also, get a second power ankle weight just because you're a little flush with coins right now. Fleet hammers, just send it. I don't think we hit medium S in any of these runs today. I can't remember, but I don't think I've seen it. Not exactly where you want to be. Get our 20 energy back. It's not bad, but I'd rather take the G one. Did I attempt to check 3 by 3-star mediums on the Uma.guide? You mean on like Uma.moe? Because the biggest issue that I have, the problem is that I want Marazinski as the guest borrow. Because I want to have Redshift. I want to have an acceleration that works if we're 5th and better. 5th or better. And the pool of Marazinskis is not that big. I'm also using her to inherit stamina so that I can just skip running a stamina card. So it's a really restrictive parent borrow right now. And I think she has like 4 mile sparks on her or something like that. Or 3 mile sparks or something. So there would be room for improvement. But I don't think it would significantly change our odds. Because Marazinski's base inheritance rate is just so low. This is why we grabbed extra power weights. I could try and find an even better Marazinski, but I think no matter what, we'd have to sacrifice something. You don't have a reset whistle. I think this is race territory. I don't like any of those trainings. Give me a shop reset. Good shop reset. Okay, shop reset. Into single rainbow training. Ugh. I don't love that, but I think it's the best thing I have available this turn. We can good luck charm it. Could I have better main parent sparks? Yeah. I might look at it. I might browse Umamusume a little bit later tonight. See if I can track down something that's just a little better. I also need like maybe 100 more speed before I'm comfortable with it capping. So we're going to keep our eyes out for one more good speed training. And see if we can't pick something up. And if we get race fatigue after this, it's fine. We can fix it. We have 2 cupcakes and we have a miracle cure. That's not good enough to pull me off of a versus medium. We're just going to cross our fingers for a good training early October. Powering Megaphone is a nice pickup at this point. We don't have any left. That's fixable. Give me you. Give me one of you. Give me you two. And the rest of this shop is garbage. We might come back for that guts training application. Depending on what else shows up. So we go plain cupcake. We'll go motivating megaphone. We'll hold on to the empowering megaphone for the end. We don't want to spend any more fail tags after this. For Maru grandparent? No. Maru parent. Because if it's a Maru grandparent, that means we're just going to have to sit through runs where we hit medium S, but we don't hit redshift. And then that's going to be disqualifying. I think it's more likely that I can generate a viable ace that doesn't have medium S than generating a viable ace that doesn't have redshift. Because if all we have for our excels is Pump Some Iron and Moving Past and Beyond, which is already a gamble because Dober's a grandparent, then we basically have no way to win a race outside of 5th or 6th. Whereas if we have redshift, we have a way to win a race as long as we're 6th or better. And having Maru as the parent specifically is what ensures that we get redshift on every single run. I think I might need to buy a second I might buy 2 motivating megaphones here, just in case I don't see any empowering megaphones for the finals. And then, because we've seen no energy recovery, we're just going to keep slamming the races on 0 energy. I want her to be stamina. Yeah, like 7-star stam. She could have like medium or turf sparks. I actually would not mind any kind of split between medium turf. But for Grass Wonder specifically, I don't need the mile sparks, which is what this Marazinski was for building Gold Ship and Satono Diamond. is she was filling that space. And then depending on how choosy you want to get, withstand sparks, medium straights, medium corner sparks, etc. And so on and so forth. Energy drink max actually might save us from race fatigue here. Let's also pick up the guts training application because nothing else has showed up in these shop resets. That's basically just like, if you see a good guts training during the finals, it'll be slightly better, and also we're going to be over Race Queen budget anyway. And then give me Japan Cup. No cleat hammer, that's fine. Speed is looking a little scary, but one good double rainbow training with a megaphone and a weight pulls it right back. We don't need that kale juice. Not even a little bit. Successfully dodged race fatigue. We could actually take this turn off and just take a speed training. Avoid the possibility that we get after repeated races. No, because you have a cupcake and a miracle cure. You have all the ways to fix it. Give me... yeah, we race here. Give me right in her. Grenster, I have copied it, and I will take a look at it in just a sec. We'll get our way out of this run first. Ooh, 5 carrots. Okay, shop reset. Cleat hammer's nice. That's fine, I can fix all of that. I don't even mind losing those 3 stats specifically. Boom. It's like it never happened. Give me this. Give me this, give me one of these. Take one of those, do this. 8 stam, 4 medium, 1 turf. 4 medium, 1 turf? Eh. Can you search uma.moe by friend code? I'm checking. It doesn't look like it, but I bet that I can find this other Maruzinski. Let me just close this run out, and then we'll do a little bit of science to it. Shop reset says, ooh, 3 cleat hammers. Don't mind if I do. Guts manual reset whistle. We at least have the cleat hammers to finish this run out. That's the exact speed training that we were looking for. Give me an empowering megaphone and a speed ankle weight for that. It's a trainer ID on advanced search. Got it. This takes us to around 1100. Yeah, 1101. The finals are going to take us to around 1170. I either need one big guts training or one big wit training, and will more or less cap speed. Okay. This is heavy SS territory right now as far as rating is concerned. Another good speed. I don't need that. We reset whistle this. Do not need the speed. Good power. Well, okay power. Actually not great power. Give me the guts. We get 9 power out of that. We get 11 power out of that. Marvelous Sunday is a horrible card. It's actually just truly an abhorrent card. Also, good thing we bumped guts up to 2. Takes us to 1152 speed. Next race is going to take us to 1171. Finals takes us to 1181. So we need 19 more speed from somewhere. Don't think I'm going to get it. I think I would rather take this power training because it's going to push power over 1100 and improve our shot at a blue star power spark. So we're just barely going to miss speed cap, but we've traded it for improved odds at a power spark. And with those two stats, we should be in SS territory, so we're going to have a chance to upgrade all of our white sparks too. So again, not an ace, but we're going to be in good parent territory. Sure. Spring Runner, Sunny Days, Straight Adept, Homestretch Haste, Fast and Furious. On your left is fine. Meet straights, meet corners. Late straight, Studious is fine to have as like a team trial spark. Sharp Gaze is fine. Late Savvy. All I've got, Take the Chance. Eager. Fearless. Radiant Star. With All My Soul is front technology. We can skip that. Let's see what we're working with. High SS territory. 1 speed, 2 turf. Good white sparks, but not even remotely usable based on the blues and pinks. It's also our best grass wonder of all time, but she will not be seeing lobbies. So here's what we're going to do, because I'm done in like 20 minutes tops. I'm going to go set up a lobby. I'll give you guys the code. You can join it. Then I'm going to take a look at these two parents and compare them, and then we'll come back and fire the lobby, and I'll sign up for a few others in the process. So we'll go exhibition, room match. These are the 3 aces that I'm working with currently. We have this gold chip, no medium S, the wit a little low, but redshift, pump, triumphant pulse, double right-handed, so we do have decent top speed here. Non-standard distance plus standing by for stamina to actually get through the race. Intense gaze, hesitant pace chaser is debuffs. Umastan, tail held high, just good general mid-race velocity. We have this Satono Diamond, right-hand demon, medium S, 1200 speed, very quick. Still missing Summer Runner, but a lot else going on. Redshift pump, so she can win from 6th or better. Nimble nav there for supplemental acceleration, but then medium straights double, late straights double, late corners double. The only thing this Satono Diamond is missing is Umastan and Summer Runner and Moving Past and Beyond. Otherwise, I'd be really happy with it. And then this Grass Wonder, which is the one that I put together yesterday after the video. Redshift, pump, and Moving Past and Beyond. So lots of acceleration coverage for 6th or better. Medium S, 1200 speed, double right. A little bit of gambly acceleration skills, Nimble Nav and On Your Left, but then also Umastan, Dauntless, Dominator plus Hesitant Pace. This Grass Wonder missed Fast and Furious, so the mid-race velocity is a little sketchy. But again, there's a lot going on here that's fairly interesting. So all 3 of these aces have flaws. However, I think all 3 of them might wind up being good enough. So we're turf medium at Hanshin, right-handed. We want Hanshin 2200, advanced mode. This is Cancer CM testing. Field size is 9. Do not care if there's spectators, but season is summer. Track condition is good, cloudy. Mood is great. And then this is going to be S or above, just so nobody tries to join it with like open league runners. Oh, you're going to join it with open team? All right, then I'll change it. We'll go back to none. Restrictions none. Sure. Go ahead and enter R3. Code is here. So go and join that. And then in the meantime, I'm going to go and take a look at these two parents. One that Grenster found and then one that's ours. So here's Uma.moe. The first code is here. We go to filters. Target is Tachyon. Please be quiet. I'm trying to think. Target is Grass Wonder. In advanced search, here's trainer ID. So this is the Maruzensky. And the thing that I'm looking at is primarily medium inheritance, because I think this is the biggest determinant of whether a runner is going to be good or not. So this is 9% chance to inherit medium. Then, if we go to the game, and we go and look at our Maruzensky that we're borrowing, this is 0. Can I not copy your invite from here? That's really annoying. So this Maruzensky is 2 stam, 2 mile, 3 redshift. We can narrow it down. Main parent factors, 2 stam, 2 mile, and then 3 green. How quickly does that turn up 0? Not quickly. Can I search trainer name? I can search name! Okay. So, if we look at their Maruzensky, which is here, that's only a 4.17% chance to inherit. So, Grenster, I am going to end up using that Maruzensky that you found, because it is going to improve my ability to actually get the thing that I'm looking for, which is medium S. That is the biggest success criteria that I am looking for right now. And we're also at 49 out of 50, so it fits in perfectly. Boom. There we go. Recently came back after a 1-month break for Ershika and got her first 10 pulls. That saves you a ton of carrots. Congratulations. So let's go sign up for a few more lobbies. Grenster, oh, we're at 9 and 9 on this one. You know what? We'll fire it now. And then I'll go sign up for a few more. I'll start another lobby and then I'll go sign up for a few more. We can get some testing in. Yeah. I'll do a few. Alright, what are y'all working with? End, pace, late, front. So double front, but sack Suzuka. No, that's your open Suzuka. Otherwise, late, end, and 1 pace. So we should be competitive for being in 5th or 6th. And if our late searchers punch up far enough, then we will actually be in good territory to just hit redshift off the rip, which would be nice. Fast forward a little bit. All of our runners have hit Umastan. I need Gold Chip to drop back a little bit so she hits her unique. I'm not sure if she's going to be willing to cooperate, though. Not with a ramp up, but I love this positioning. I need Grass Wonder to move up 1 more. Otherwise, I think we are looking excellent. Radiant Star is probably a little early there to hit acceleration and velocity carryover, but Grass might get some stuff done with Glittering Star. Nishino, or Satono hit Pump. Gold Chip hit Redshift. Satono Diamond hit Redshift. I really like how Satono Diamond is looking right here. She's in 4th. She has right-hand Demon. She has medium S. She's ulting. I think she should be in really good shape here. She had Dauntless too, so that's velocity. Yeah, Satono Diamond's looking great here. I don't think she's catchable from this point. She just has too much top speed. Very nice. If Satono Diamond manages to kill Christmas Ogre twice in 2 of the CMs where Christmas Ogre is supposed to be good, she is firmly cemented as Oshi status. And then 4X, I'm going to have to review your Christmas Ogre here. Preferred position's fine. Hydrate's good. 777s is good. Take the chance, it's probably a little gambly on a Pace Chaser, but PTO's good, Umastan's good. Neck and Neck is probably fine. Killer Team Speedstar is okay mid-race velocity. Speedstar's a little gambly on this CM track, though. The issue with Speedstar is a lot of this section of the final corner is actually your acceleration zone and is not your top speed zone. So Speedstar can whiff a little bit. But I like your medium S right-handed speed package. You have great top speed. I also really like the idea of Eternal Encompassing Shine as a unique on a Pace Chaser. It is going to make you go very quickly. You might also want to add not Shake It Out. What's the recovery that hits late race? It's like your fail condition, basically. What is the name of that recovery called? It's not Shake It Out. I know it's not Shake It Out, but maybe it'll jar my memory. Yeah, it's not you. Filters. I'll spin up the other lobby while we look for this. Recovery. Not Shake It Out. Trigger. Late. A small breather. Oh, it's late surger. Never mind. Don't worry about that. That's late ogre technology. No, the idea is that you use a small breather as like your fail case stamina activation, but I forgot it's late surger only. Alright, let's host another one. I'll get you a code. Turf, medium, Hanshin, right. 2200, advanced. Answer CM. Field size 9. Conditions, good. Summer, great. My runner's here. Here's lobby code for you. And then I'm gonna go sign up for like 3 or 4 more. We'll watch those and then we'll wrap up for the day. We have failed to produce anything that improves on the aces that we have already, but honestly, I think the aces that we have already might be good enough. They're not perfect. I don't like any of my 3 aces right now, but I think they're okay. Finally, CM15, get in there. Yes. Show me one more. Show me 2 more. Got some old runners to compare to jobbers. Whatever you find useful. The lobbies that I host are for you guys. Didn't get in? Okay, I'll go spin it up now so that we can start one more. If I want to know how I'm going to do against like other competitive runners, I'll go join sweat lobbies. You guys use the lobbies that I'm hosting for anything you want. If you want to see if your open league runners stack up to graded runners, that's fine. If you want to throw in like team trials runners to benchmark, that's fine. You use it for whatever you want. You can use me as the yardstick that you measure yourself against. Let's start Grass Wonder. Rushed Gold Chip could be a little scary. Depends on how debuffy that Nice Nature is going to be. I also don't like this mid-race positioning right now. I really don't like this mid-race positioning. We're not going to hit anything being 7, 8, 9. Gold Chip might get Nimble Nav out of this, actually. Photono Diamond's going to get Nimble Nav. That's not going to be good enough. Well, she's kind of making some moves. Not enough moves, though. Yeah, 7, 8, 9 is a death sentence for us as late surgers. That's really not where we want to be. Although I'm impressed by Grass looking at a 3rd here, maybe? A 4th? It's not bad. Vega, what you working with? Is Pace Ogre with Anchors Away? I'm not so sure about that. Well, first recovery package, right? Corner Wreck, Hydrate, 777s, 1172 Wit. You're fine. There's nothing else in here that's really going to tank you. Pace straights, medium corners, medium straights, double circles, fine. I assume you know that you would like to have Summer Runner and or right-handed and probably just didn't get them. White Lightning coming through does work reasonably well for Pace Chasers, so I like that. Vaudeville also works pretty nice for Pace Chasers. I like that. I don't know about Anchors Away. I think you might be a little too deep on that one. And then Nimble Nav is just supplementary acceleration to Festive Miracle, but then, like, good mid-race velocity all over here. Straight Descent is also kind of fun as a gamble. Speedstar is the same problem that it was previously. It's fine to gamble on it. I think you're just going to whiff Speedstar every once in a while. And then medium S speed 1200. Yeah, it's good enough. It's ogre. Alright, open with same settings. Yes. Here's lobby code. There you go. Go check the other one we queued into. They set it up correctly. It's Summer Cloudy Good. Looking at UG2 front Daiwa, UG front Bourbon, UG2 late Dober. That's a little scary. But it depends. How padded are they? Double circle Tokyo, single circle target and sight corner acceleration. They're quite padded. It's also a Guts Daiwa. That's not to say it's bad, but I'm not afraid of it. I'm also not really afraid of straightaway acceleration on a track where you don't accelerate on any straight. I'm afraid of a lot of the other stuff on this build. Maybe not Umamusume. I'm not that scared of those UGs. I think those UGs are a little padded. That's not to say they can't win. They just look a little dubious. Oh, that Bourbon had 650 stam. Didn't she have recoveries, though? I thought she had, like, 2 recoveries. We'll check after. I honestly didn't even think to look at the stam benchmark. Uma stands for fighting other fronts. Yeah, but, like, behold, there's no other fronts here. It's not going to do anything. This is also, like, late surgers the lobby, which I'm fine with as long as we can get to the front. Grass Wonder is looking good, but I don't want Grass to be, like, the one in front. I want it to be Gold Chip or Satono Diamond. I mean, if she can hold on to 6th, sure. Gold Chip should be able to make a pretty significant move here shortly, though, because she's approaching unique territory. There it is. You need to use this to advance, though. Don't just waste time in the back changing lanes. I don't think she's going to punch up far enough. But I think this is okay for Grass. There's moving past and beyond. Now get into 5th. There's Red Shift. She doesn't have a ton of speed velocity, or straight velocity, unfortunately. It is going to be that Scarlet. Well, actually, that Dober's moving really quickly. Yeah, it's the Dober. We have a problem when our lates cannot get far enough up. Connoisseur is an interesting gamble. Straightaway acceleration just straight up does not work. Connoisseur is an interesting gamble, though. Bourbon was understand. 650 with straight recovery, which is dubious, and Radiant Star. They're counting on straight recovery and Radiant Star to do a lot of work on that build. If you get Radiant Star to trigger at the right time, you're probably fine. But if you whiff on activation for either of those, you're in a lot of trouble. I think if we had better mid-race positioning, we're probably going to put up more of a fight in that lobby. We missed a lot of our accelerations, though. I need to find a way to get more mid-race velocity and mediums on late surgers. That isn't Fast and Furious, because Fast and Furious only shows up like 1 every 4 runs for us. And then league selection open. Perfect. We will go ahead and sign up, and then that'll be that. So I mentioned it at the start of stream, but I'm going to mention it again here at the end. I am going to be gone Wednesday and Thursday. I have a work trip that I need to take to New York City. I will not have my PC with me, obviously, because I'm not going to bring a full tower to a hotel room for a 2-day work trip. There are going to be some pre-recorded videos that I do to cover that gap, but it does mean that round 1 is probably not going to be in a video. Instead, I'm going to be bringing one of my old phones along with me, and I'm going to be entering round 1 from my phone. So I will let you know how those rounds go in a community post, but just to let you know, and I'll put a disclaimer at the start of the videos too, there's going to be some pre-recorded stuff this week because I'm going to be traveling. And then unless round 1 is like catastrophic, we'll be in round 2, and I'll be able to record for round 2. My tower doesn't weigh 10 kilograms. It fits in a suitcase. I'm taking the train. I'm not taking a flight. So I actually probably could bring it as a carry-on. But also, respectfully, I just don't care that much. I can figure out how to screen record on my phone. I'll write myself that as a to-do. I'll figure out if there's some kind of like built-in app on a Samsung phone that I can use to record, and then I'll just like push them as an unlisted video. This looks really good for gold chip, by the way. I don't know if we're going to catch up to those front runners, but maybe we're moving. I don't think we're going to catch up to those fronts. I think we've eaten too many Dominators. It's a good time for Triumphant Pulse to trigger. I can get that Kita-san. I'm not going to get that that Daiwa Scarlet, though. Oh, hold on. Yeah, not quite. Neat Daiwa Scarlet. Let's do a review. Angling and scheming, sure. Double summer. No medium S, but speed cap. Escape Artist is good, Killer Tunes is good, really nice mid-race velocity, front corners, medium straights, groundwork, and then your triggers are front savvy, summer runner non-standard, prudent positioning, dodging danger for the combo. Yeah, this is a really nice Daiwa. I think you've done well here. You're not even really held back that much by the lack of power. Very, very nicely built. For sure deserved. This is a round where I would expect this gold chip to finish with the imperfections. Slipstream's odd, but it's good. I assume that Slipstream is there. I mean, we're not going to talk about 777 or Lucky 7 being there. That's just there for you had skill points. I assume Slipstream is so that you have a way to fight back if you're not the lead front runner, because you're relying on angling and scheming. So if you're not first, then you can activate Slipstream and you can move to first. So it gives you a way to fight back if your positioning gets screwed up. That's my assumption, and I think it's a decent play. I don't know what skills you took over it, but I like the idea of it, and letting you fight into the position that you want to be in. Either way, though, that's going to do it. I do need to run through dailies really quick, but I might do those offline because I need to go and grab dinner before I get on with the rest of my night. Also, the L is beginning to accumulate club points, so we can start to think about what kind of cards we want to spend those club points on. I think we are going to be earning a lot more in the future. If you are looking for that specific borrow, this is the trainer card information for you. There is also a fine motion. You are more than welcome to copy this trainer ID and use it if it would be useful to you. But if you have other friends, other parents, other sport cards, totally get it. I will see you guys for video tomorrow. But until then, take care. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will catch you around. Good luck in CMs, and take care.